Whoa.
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 So anyway, welcome in everybody. Happy Monday. Hope everyone has had a productive first Monday of the new year. And, you know, hope everybody was safe and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
Ooh.
Maybe.
D&D. I cannot read all that. That is too many D&Ds. However, thank you very much for the subscription, Mr. Burden. 22 months. Ah, damn.
Wow.
That's
a
fun.
lot of friendship.
That is so much friendship. I appreciate them greatly, outside of subscriptions. Though I do appreciate subscriptions.
Yeah.
Okay, so we have some
money.
redeems already happen here. We got a small treasure from Bread. And we
Thanks.
have inspiration from Everyor.
For what?
Everyor. Who is inspiration? Who gets inspiration? What is it for?
Someone needs the inspiration and someone needs the dream story.
Yes. And then correct. For the monsters.
I'm
And
inspired.
And inspiration snack dream.
Oh,
Alright,
God.
Sunny, tell us
Whoa.
about your dream.
What was Pyrie's last dream?
Does it have to be Pyrie?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Why,
I mean,
did
it's a
you have a real
player,
dream?
so
Because I had an actual dream the other day.
bet, throw it. Let's go.
Like-
That's the dream.
And I don't remember anything else in the dream or what was actually happening, but for some bizarre reason, I'm going to say it probably had something to do with me binge watching like ridiculous TikToks late at night. Because I had a dream where do you know that 70s show?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. For some reason in my dream, I was friends with Donna and we were making out. And I don't know
Hell yeah.
why. I don't know what led to this. I remember nothing else, but I
Oh,
remember
me too,
making out with
Nancy.
Donna.
Holy
Amazing.
shit. That's so hot.
I'm so interested in how you got to that point in the dream.
Listen, okay, but it's also not that far of a leap because if you think about another role that actress is well known for is being a lesbian in Orange is the New Black. So I'm just saying it's not that
weird.
far of a leap.
It's not that far of a leap. But like it was specifically Donna though. Like it was the character Donna.
No, I know. I'm just
And it was really funny. And I was just like, but it wasn't like, oh my god, we're lesbians and in love. It was just like, yeah, we're friends and we're making out. Like, we're just chilling. Anyways.
You were bored.
Bruh. Shit is
I
outstanding.
don't remember anything else.
trade
I remember
dreams?
just
Yours are so much
waking
better.
up and being so confused. I was like, why am I dreaming about this? And then I think I went back to sleep. I was very confused.
Ooh, trade me.
That is so great.
That was so
Anyway.
weird. Thank you, Ford. You nailed that.
I appreciate this so much.
I talked about it the other day on my own stream, but I think it was during one of the late night ones.
No, no. Yeah, that sounds like a late night talk and a half.
Yeah. I was just simply
Ooh.
having a time. It's fine.
Just having a time.
Yeah, I was having a time. A time with Donna.
Time with
Listen,
Donna.
Time with Donna.
Time with Donna. Before we do the panties roll,
Oh.
to resolve the small treasure, will everybody please roll me a flat d20?
Maybe.
Oh, I'm so flat. Oh, slightly less flat?
No.
Okay.
No.
Wait, did I
No
get
shot.
that
The
big?
way we just went down. Downward
What did I
slope.
win?
This is boding so well for today's session, guys.
It's the roll for who gets like pegged. Like, what did I win?
Oh my god. My 18 was
More like, what did we lose?
off of
Treasure.
the fella you that got splattered in front of you that you were having a fight with last session. You found a really ornate gold ring. That
Ew.
is worth bap. Wow. Worth 120 gold. So enjoy that.
Jesus Christ.
It was a high roll on the table I'm using, and then it was a high roll for the value.
Oh my god.
So there you go. You have a lot of money available.
I
in
am not
ring
paying for
form.
anything anymore.
But it's a ring. What if I use it as my engagement? I don't even clean the blood off. That's the way she would want it.
Amazing. I truly believe that.
Yeah, me too.
So on that note,
Mr. DM, I would like to roll to steal your panties.
please roll. And since you were inspired,
Please.
I'm gonna say fuck it and take the inspiration.
I can inspire it? Okay.
I'm gonna inspire it.
Okay.
I think I keep waffling on that, but I don't care. I think it's fun.
Come on!
Oh,
Fuck.
I was really hoping.
Anyway, thank you, Ford. I tried.
Tried so hard. You did so good. So good. All
Yeah,
right.
middling rolls is good for me at this point. It's not a 1.
Look, with the 8, the 6, and the 2, it's looking spicy, guys.
It's a good session. I feel it in my giblies.
Everything's gonna be just fine.
I
Mhm.
believe, as far as history goes, it is only Liari this time, right?
It is me! Last time on Dragon Ball Z, we woke up from our Krampus nightmare and we physically seem okay, and nothing that happened seemed to have affected us. But I think for some reason we still have the stuff? Question mark?
Yes. So the dream is inherently it is a canon dream. You did take the stuff. Speaking of which, you have a really fancy dagger on you that you managed to procure. And Pyrie procured a neat little snow globe that both are unidentified. But you can do stuff with that.
Yeah, and Joseph has the brooch that I gave
He
him.
sure does.
And so we made it back, and Joseph was not old and withered, and I cried. And I was so happy he was alive, like a mom who just saved her child from Truck-kun or whatever. And so we were here, and we had to get out of the gala. So we are escorted out. We are stopped by somebody, but we get out of that pretty okay. They just say it's time to go, and we're like, cool, it is. In fact, time to go. You're so right, bestie. And we leave, and then Pyrie just takes off because she has this thing for plants, and we convince Joseph to go after her because that seems like the safest bet. He is meant to be here. We are not. So Pyrie goes to the greenhouse, finds a way to wriggle her cat booty in, and looks around at the plants and finds out some information about the plants. And I think these plants were also neglected, if I'm remembering correctly. Like not taken care of properly for some reason. And then once Pyrie finds all the information there, that she feels like she can find, and we hear Joe outside panicking trying to find the cat, and can't find the cat, and is about to bust down the door to the I literally said the word 2 seconds ago and it's already gone. Greenhouse, thank you. He's about to bust down the door to the greenhouse, which the guards were gonna shank him over. The other guards, like, they're like, you can't fucking do that, bro. Pyrie just shows up. It's like, oh, well, there's the cat, so I guess we'll go. So Pyrie marches him back, and we all get out and away from the gala safely. And we convince Joseph to escort us all the way back to the tavern that we are staying at, which is crazy. And he just lets it happen. He's not suspicious of anything. It doesn't question it hardly at all.
Nope. Surprisingly.
And he sits down and we convince him to have a drink with us, and we absolutely get ass blasted with those funny, what are they, like dragon fire shots or something that
Dragon Fury bombs.
Yeah, that weren't supposed to be sold to patrons, but we are special. And so we had them, and Mads and Pyrie were fine. Joseph and I got a little slushed, and which was good because I was going to use that to convince him to not go anywhere and spend the night because he was slushed. However, a funny person comes in and sits next to Pyrie, and Pyrie notices that they have a bounty for her. And that kicks off this whole series of events where Pyrie, I think both Mads and Pyrie go into the back room, their bedroom, and the dude follows them to try and actually it was a chick. The chick follows them to try and attack them. And I let the barkeep, the like lady who owns the tavern, know, Katrina. I'm like, hey, by the way, these people are doing some shady shit in your bar, and I don't know what your rules are, but I don't think you're a fan. And she's like, I am not. And so she goes up behind the person and is like, excuse me, like, ahem, what are you doing? And the person immediately fights her, and she just takes this like frying pan to their fucking head, which was crazy. I thought it was so funny. She was so hot for that. And so not only do we kill that person, but there's two other guys that almost came in to the bar that she chased off. She said, excuse you, no sir, not today. And they backed off. And when we went to go fight the other one, I think they snuck back in and stole Joe. Because when the fighting was over, we turn around, Joe's not there. But we see like the bounty paper left in his spot with a piece of his like armor that we would recognize. Like a piece of like cloth or whatever with the insignia on it. And we were like, oh God. And so immediately I'm like, oh God, someone stole my baby. Oh God. and I couldn't tell what had happened. And Pyrie couldn't tell what had happened. And Mads is like, no, I can see what happened. Let's go get him. And I was like, oh God, let's go save my baby. So it was like an emergency go rescue Joe moment because he was fucking drunk out of his mind. No stranger danger for this sweet boy. So we go and we follow him and we kill these three that were trying to ambush us. And we save Joe, and that's where we are. And currently we have one that is tied up on the ground, two are dead, and Joe is awake and panicking because he was knocked out the whole time. But now he's awake and he's like, oh shit. And here we are.
Well, that is honestly a fantastic recap. There was a lot that happened last session.
We busted ass for sure.
For real. As a reminder for everybody, here's our wonderful bounty.
That was awesome.
I love that so much.
Dead or alive. I love this.
Dead is fine. Don't forget this.
They want the fruit. Dude, Pyrie the whole time was just screaming, they want my fruit!
They want my
what? Oh, and Pyrie stole the leaves off of the plants from the greenhouse too. That's gonna come into
That'll
play
come into
somewhere
play, I'm sure.
Hee hee ha ha.
As for other players, anything to add?
No, I think Banana covered it really well.
For real, that was so thorough. Considering
the crazy thing is the only thing I remember is screaming, my baby! The rest was just instinct, I think.
You let your motherly instincts take the wheel.
Yeah.
You're gonna go on like your next date as Larry and be like, by the way, I have a child. Meet Joseph.
I have an adult child.
Like, we found him, we adopted him, he's ours now.
I licked it, it's mine.
I mean, like, the more you look at him, the more adorable he gets because his clothes don't fit quite right. Like, he hasn't filled them out entirely.
He's just a little guy.
He's just a
Yeah,
little guy.
he's our little guy.
He's just a chill guy.
Not the children. Please, no, not that.
Yeah, it's time to convince him that he's okay now.
So,
Nothing happened.
on that note, I think we can begin today's session. Now, last time, the
Very
individual that is currently surrounded by the wildfire spirit and Mads has been laid prone, beaten, and I believe hogtied, as I recall.
You got that right?
Joe has
True.
just awoken from a drunken slumber, being encased in vines, and began panicking violently. I did remove the vines area template, but I'm not sure if we actually if we stopped the vines or not.
Well, I would hope so, because otherwise I
Yeah,
should
no.
be
The
spiking.
vines are done. I dismantled them.
Okay.
My poor feetsies.
So, at this point, Mads, you are looking down at this individual. Joe has awoken and begun having not like a screaming situation, but what's happening, guys? And he's starting to scramble backwards on the barrels, kind of falling over himself as he backs further and further into them, not really understanding what's happening currently.
I don't know if you want to give us free movement or not, but also,
Yeah, there you go. My bad.
Joseph, it's okay. We came to save you. These guys, these bad men, they took you, but it's okay. You're okay now. We're okay. Everything's okay. Are you okay? I want to go and check him for injury.
Hang on, I need to roll a thing for Joseph here. You kind of watch him as he initially backs up a little bit before stopping doing that, and it's almost a flinch. And he looks up. He's, no, I think I'm okay. Who are you people really? Because, and he looks around and sees the multiple dead bodies and the hog-tied guy and a fiery elemental floating around. Hyru's not a cat again. What? Who really? Who are you really? And he kind of stands up a little straighter and pushes some barrels away.
We're just normal people who tried to rescue you from these bad people who took you.
Mads is just gonna not say anything. We're just gonna stay focused on the dude in front of us.
We're just gonna kind of look between the two of Mads and Larry and just be like, really?
Really what? Really what?
Yeah, normal people.
I'm so normal. I'm just...
Hyru's just gonna make a face at you the fuck?
I'm a nice person. Anyway, that's not the point. Joe, listen. I know a lot has happened today. I know you're tired. We're tired. I want to explain it all to you, but can you at least trust me for the time being and just come with us back to the inn?
Joe takes a moment, and it's kind of like that far away look when someone is reassessing something fundamental.
Oh God. He's having a morality check in a game where we are playing with morality.
Yeah,
We broke him.
I'll come with you.
Okay,
Oh, no.
I'm glad you're safe.
Love-
I'm sorry, this has
Is
been a
he-
hard day.
Okay, question.
Yeah.
Because Larry, because he's injured, right?
Joe is slightly injured. He looks like he's taken a little bit of a roughing, but he's not like he's near a half health, I should say.
Ow.
Why can't I? We're gonna be nice.
Wow.
That's nice.
Fixes the Joe before leaving.
Fixes the Joe.
Fixes the Joe.
Yeah,
Me
fixes
too,
the
thanks.
Joe before leaving.
So you step up, place a hand. Do you like do anything in particular with the hand placement, or is it just like tap and leave?
No, Pyre's gonna walk up to him,
Mm-hmm.
smush his cheeks, and then heal him.
Amazing. So you walk up, and Joe still has that kind of faraway look as you grab his cheeks, squish it a little bit, and as you squish, you kind of push some healing energy into him, and you can visibly see him not kind of like, I don't know how to describe that, but he's not quite leaning over as hard, like he's not ripping part of his side that got hurt previously. It seems to be completely healed, and he doesn't seem, well, he realizes it and sits up a little straighter and kind of thank you, and then sits on a barrel and just kind of not tunes out, but tunes out.
Mm-hmm. I was just
think-
gonna pat him on the head.
Perfect. Mentally, I'm going to reach out to Mads because we should be linked right now, if I remember correctly.
Yes.
Yeah, and I'm just gonna say to Mads mentally, what do you want to do with this guy? Because I honestly was gonna kill them all, but I don't know if you want to. I just want to get Joe out of here, honestly.
Yeah, mentally I'll respond that my original plan was to get more information out of him, but I feel like maybe we should just let Joe get out of here. Save him the trauma of seeing us kill another person.
That's fair. I mean, we probably actually should ask about the bounty, consider, and then I'm gonna be like, Pyre, do you know what the bounty is? Why? Actually, they came for you, Pyre. Why?
Pyre's gonna be like, completely had forgotten about that. And then just immediately turn to Larry with like the biggest, saddest eyes. I'm like,
Wait, what?
I didn't hear.
Say it again.
she's just crying about her fruit. And she's just like, why did they want it?
You tell me.
What's so special about the fruit, Pyre? Where did you get it?
The bounty was put on you by the church. What did you do to the church?
Do anything to the church? What
You
church?
must have done something because they watch your head.
But I
Alright.
didn't do anything to any church. I took these fruits from my home.
Alright. Pyrie clearly doesn't know what's going on, so honestly, if we want to know what's going on, we're gonna have to ask this guy. So, what do we want to do about Joe? Because he's... Anybody
Joe's
got
in
any sleepy night
shambles.
juice? Like, what? What do we got?
Joe's already had enough. The best way, I feel like, is to just get him out of here. And probably get him away from us.
This is all
Should one of
in-head
us take him?
conversation, yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, this
Okay.
is all mental.
Should one of us take him back?
That's
To the
probably a good decision.
Pyrie... do you want to be the one to do it, or... He might like you the most right now because you healed him. I don't know. Who wants Joe?
This is a fair point. I will take the Joe.
Okay.
You
Ow.
have to find out why they want to steal my fruit.
Yeah, we're gonna find out. Okay. So out loud, I'm gonna kind of redirect attention to Joe, and I'm gonna say, Joe, you said you were gonna come with us. So Pyrie here, who is really nice and healed you, she's gonna take you back to the inn, and we'll be right behind you guys.
Hey, Mr. DM.
Yep.
How do unsummon
Oh,
Blamey Boy?
we go. Boop.
Okay.
I think you can cast it again to unsummon him, but I can also just delete him.
I wasn't sure, like, if there was a button I could click.
Oh, you
Or
might be able to do it by like ending an effect or something. Oh, I guess you have Entangle up. That's no longer active.
Yeah, I can delete.
When you mentioned to Joe about leaving, Joe kind of comes back to himself and looks between the three of you, the dissipating elemental and the hogtied bounty hunter on the ground, turns back to Liari. What are you gonna do?
We have to figure out why he was targeting
to figure
us
out
and
why
took
he-
you.
We need to figure out why you got stolen for ransom and why they are after Pyrie. And the best way to do this is to get you out of here so you can stay safe. And Mads is just gonna like look around like, come on, like, can we just tell this guy what's happening?
Yeah.
Joe stands up from the barrel and walks past you two and just kind of stares down at this hog-tied guy. I think if I were a good member of the guard, I would turn him in. Am I a good member of the guard? And he's gonna kind of look over at Mads.
What does being a good guard mean to you?
Protecting people.
And you are protecting people. You protected us. And we failed to protect you.
But he starts to like break a little bit. He's like, I couldn't save myself. So how could I expect to save other people? And he kind of like doesn't squat, but kind of puts his head down for a moment.
Mads is gonna like deep sigh, like, oh fuck, we're dealing with emotions. Okay. And then like step oh wait, Pyre's right there. And say like kinda like put my hand like on Joe's shoulder, like as he's because he's like I'm imagining he's like bent down, so he's like basically my height, right?
Yeah, I would say he's kind of a little bit crouched, kind of like having that existential crisis crouch, you know?
Mm-hmm. Okay. So I'm gonna like put my hands on his shoulder. I'm gonna be like, Joe, listen to me. It's not bad to have weaknesses. It just means that you have things that you need to work on. Even I have weaknesses. I can't protect myself either. Or the party. You know how many times I've almost gotten us killed.
You hear a big no.
This is.
You can
just gonna be like, this is
anyone.
true.
I once threw a chain into a crowded room full of terrible people that were all after us, and they saw us instantly.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that sounds like a bad
that did
idea.
happen.
That did happen.
It sure did.
Oh, okay. Roll a persuasion check with advantage because you're recalling shit, and that's fantastic.
Okay.
Good thing we got advantage. Yo.
Yeah.
Yay! I'm a good liar.
This is persuasion, not deception.
You're a good motivational speaker.
Yippee.
Joe kind of wipes under one side of his face off and like stands up straight. Okay. I want to see this through. I won't say anything. But I need to see how you handle him. He's not a good person. But I need to see it.
I'm gonna look at Joe and just be like, I'll tell you what I do, but you can't be here.
He looks upset at that.
For your safety, I need you to be away from this place. Please. I'm gonna like put like the puppy dog face eyes on, like cat and like Puss in Boots.
Fabulous.
Yeah. This
The
has a 1 in
please
3
from
chance of working.
Mads is what sold it.
Amazing.
Joe gives a sigh. You three are gonna be back at the inn?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, we're all staying at the inn tonight.
And once we're back, we'll come find you.
Okay.
Well, I was
I'll-
gonna take him with me.
Pyre's gonna go with you.
I need to check on the mice and my plants. The plants are important. The plants know things.
Joe will look at you, Pyre. You don't have to come with me if you need to stay here. But I'll go to the inn either way.
I'll let Mads do the fun stuff.
Huh?
Taught her well. And Pyre's gonna look so fucking proud and smug.
The smallest of sighs from Mads.
Joe will just kind of look between the three of you, give one more glance back at the tied up individual on the ground, and start making his way.
Just for
I think it's
funsies, Pyre's gonna
technically-
kick him in the ass. Just like a little as a goodbye present.
Oh my god.
and then follow Joe.
Okay.
Okay, don't follow Joe because I think you're all going in the wrong direction because I think we entered from the south part
We
of
did
this
enter
map.
from the south.
We did.
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll
I was
just
like,
be
wait.
over here. We're not here anymore, but
We're-
you know.
Yeah, we'll pretend.
Please
and
don't
we're
take
over here.
Joe to the wrong location.
We thought we
Takes
were
Joe
going
on
to
a
the
separate
end.
adventure. We're gonna go get a treat.
Oh my god.
Can I have a date with Joe and take him to go get a treat?
Yeah. I mean, it is middle of the night, but yeah, absolutely. If
2
you can-
a.m. Froyo.
Oh my
let's
Yeah,
see
there's
if you can
gotta
find
be some
something.
2 a.m. froyo.
Yeah. Okay, throw me a perception roll with just a regular one. Oh damn, yeah, you're gonna find a place.
Oh my god.
Hot damn. What kind of
Holy
treat were you looking for? Froyo actual or what? Because like I don't know if that exists.
Any type of like sweet, like sweet treat, like bakery, like a nice place kind
Okay.
of thing.
I got you. You guys end up finding a fairly nice and late night cafe, which serves teas and coffees and all sorts of treats. Their special is a flaky pastry filled with some sort of crunchy nut akin to a baklava.
Ooh, fun.
So you guys sit down and have a nice little drink and baklava before
Let's
you head back.
go.
If there's anything in particular you want to discuss with Joe during that time frame, just message it to me.
Okay,
Oh lord.
I will sit and I will cook while you do the rest of
I
this.
love that.
Miles.
Oh god.
Date
Please
nights.
don't break
Sorry.
my baby.
Heck yeah. Oh.
Liari gets one of those like sixth senses, like they've made a horrible mistake letting those two go together, but commits to the bit and stays anyway. Alright.
All right. By the way, I did not mention, but I assumed in my head that this guy was knocked out. I don't know that he was, though.
I don't recall.
He was knocked
I do
out
not
and has
know.
come to. That is what has just happened.
Okay.
Ah.
Perfect timing. Good morning, sunshine.
You hear a grunt and some straining and a bit of a...
Cool. Well, I'm gonna give him a little kick, and I'm gonna say, no struggling from you. This is talk time only. We need to know where you got that bounty and why you were following us.
And how did you find us?
Well, maybe we can arrange a deal. I'll give
I don't think you're in a position to be making deals.
Well, you could kill me and get no information. Or you could let me go and get everything you want to know.
I'd rather just kill you.
They scoff.
All right, bud. Look, here's this is how this is gonna work, right? We're gonna get the information from you one way or the other. I've watched this chick do some really messed up shit to some really messed up people. You will not die until she wants you to die. So your options are to tell us now and hedge your bets and see how it goes, or really draw it out and have a really long and unfortunate time. The choices are yours. The questions are the same.
Intimidation from Liari. Assistance from Mads if Mads is doing something.
I was gonna do something depending on how he responds.
Then we'll go from there. With a 23 intimidation, though, you kind of see him as he's hogtied. He can only turn himself so much, and hearing what sounds like a very real story, you sense he gets a little nervous and a little uneasy with his precarious situation. Well, I'd be happy to provide you with all the information you could want. What do you want to know?
Let's start with how you got the bounty.
The bounty was provided by the Crimson Talons. I assume you've heard of us.
Have we, Mr. DM?
That's a great question. Why don't both of you roll history?
Nope, I don't know shit. That's not me, Chief.
I also don't know anything.
Nope, neither of you have heard of the Crimson Talons. Oh, okay. The Crimson Talons are a very formidable and respected bounty hunter guild. We have branches all across Fagrim. Have you not? Okay. Well, in any case, we take bounties from everyone for anything. And this bounty's been in our backlog for quite a number of years. In fact, they just raised the bounty reward on it recently. I guess some news of some traveler spouting off about fruit of life seeds. I don't know. All I know is to kill the girl and get the seeds.
Who arranged the bounty?
Bounties are available to all members of the Crimson Talons. Our group just took them.
But do you know who issues them?
Well, they're issued by anyone who needs something removed. This one was issued by some church up in the northern part of Fagrim. They do something with a town, and there's face fruits or something. It's a weird place.
All right. And so, how long has this bounty been on the market?
Hard to say. It should have a date on the bounty paper.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm
clearly
looking for
because we've seen it, but I don't know what.
I have a
I don't know what
literal
year it is.
timeline. I just gotta find it real quick.
That's her. The timeline. Man's be like, dude, I don't know. Learn to read.
There it is.
I'm gonna look at him.
9:14 AS.
Yeah. 9:14, but I don't know what year it is now.
10:24.
Oh my god.
Mm.
And this is the first time anyone has come for Pyrie in that whole time?
I mean, maybe.
Maybe Pyrie just didn't know.
Oh my god. Oh my god. The way I believe that. Because I looked at the bounty thing, I'm gonna recall the date that was on it, and I'm just gonna say that has to be a mistake. The date on that thing read so long ago. There's no way there's been bounty hunters coming after her this whole time. When was it issued?
It was written a long time ago, but I guess whatever, there was like a church. They raised the bounty after some rumors about a traveling woman with the seeds was heard about. I don't really know why. I don't really care. It's not really my job to find out why they're putting a bounty up. It's just to collect.
Okay. How many of your people have taken this bounty?
I have no idea. It's kind of a first come, first served situation. So it's...
How many of your people know we're here?
That's debatable. They know this woman was spotted in the Echoing Isles. But whether or not they know where, it's hard to say.
I'm just gonna be face palming this whole time. Alright.
Who else did you come with?
He's gonna try and like tilt to the side. Well, I'm pretty sure they're all dead.
Pretty
Alright.
sure?
Give us a number. How many of your friends were here with you? We'll let you know.
collect the
Friends
bodies.
is a strong word. We're just gonna split the bounty.
Coworkers, colleagues, comrades.
Yeah.
How many?
Comrades is still strong, but there was 4 of us.
Alright. Yeah. Look at you. You're the lucky one. Look at you. Good job. Anything else you need to tell us that you think we should know?
Are you gonna release me if I do?
An argument could be made for it.
I'd be happy to provide you with perhaps a tip to not get caught by future Talon members. But I would like to be in a position to leave on my own 2 feet.
I had a horrible idea.
You what?
I just had a horrible idea.
Oh no.
Alright, cook on it.
No.
Far be it for me to hinder your experience.
Please
Cook on it.
Please. Please, I beg you.
On
Pyro
your own
is so
2
proud.
feet, huh?
Oh.
So the hands are up for debate?
Oh god.
I'm so proud.
I'm just gonna give him a knowing look, like, see what, do you see what I'm
Okay.
telling you?
I'm scared of her. Can I deal with you? Instead looks at Liari.
I'm gonna crouch down and like put my hand under his chin so he has.
Oh shit. Roll me an intimidation with advantage, please.
He's shitting bricks, dude. Me too.
Maybe if this works.
is so funny. This is so funny.
Oh.
Wow. Wow. With advantage, you can still crit.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Oh, no.
Yikes.
Nope.
So with that dirty 20, as you kind of tilt his face up, you can see the pupils dilate in absolute fear of whatever you're gonna do to him. It's like I just want to help you guys out. You know, I don't want you to end up in another situation where some Talons come and maybe hurt your friend. We only captured him.
Okay, now I'm gonna be mad. It's like, okay, it's one thing because the bounty was for Pyrie, but now you're bringing Joseph back into this? What is wrong with you? I'm gonna fucking kick him.
It was
Like, hard.
It was a bait. We don't care about the boy.
Again, I really don't think you're in a position where you should be trying to cut deals with us. You are hogtied and alone.
I pull out my dagger and hold it to his throat, and I'm just be like, tell me right now the rest of what you're going to tell me, and if it's good enough, I will think about letting you go.
Alright. The recommendation was just, don't tell everybody you have face fruit. That's kind of a giveaway. That's how we found you. That's how we tracked you. So many questions, so many people. Hey, have you talked to somebody who said something about a fruit with a face? And they're like, yeah, that was a weird person. Oh, great. Which way did they go? It was easy to follow.
I cut his ear off.
I'm gonna facepalm so hard because I'm just gonna think of Pyrie telling everyone about fruits. Like I'm gonna have flashbacks.
Oh my god. He is going
I'm mad
to
now. That was the
yell.
stupidest piece of advice I've ever heard. That is so self-explanatory. Obviously, and yes, I understand that we have been doing this in the past, but is there any other better advice that you can give me now that you have threatened my child in front of me?
Well, my fucking ear. Maybe, I don't know, wear a hat. The antlers are kind of a giveaway.
Do they know what Pyrie looks like? Yes or no?
Yes, it's on the bounty. At least a rough sketch. They don't know what you two look like. We weren't even aware she had companions.
All right, and we're definitely going to keep it that way. And I'm not even going to give him an option anymore. I'm going to kill him.
Damn.
Yeah, it's over. Yep.
That's rough.
You shouldn't have said jack all about the boy. He was so stupid. I was the good cop until that moment.
You really were. I thought I was gonna be the one to kill him.
I know. I got so mad. Why would you bring Joseph back into this shit, you dumb? Dude, I kill him. It's over.
Okay.
I don't care.
I think you just stole my kill.
Yeah,
I sure did.
It's called a kill
You
secure.
snooze, you lose.
Kill secure.
So as you
I was gonna let you have him. You took too long. He pissed me off.
you give the front of the throat a nice little slice as he gurgles out over the next few seconds before going completely limp. Yeah, he done did.
Disgusting.
I'm gonna loot his pockets.
I think technically you guys did all the looting before we ended the last session.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Mhm. We did.
I will not loot his pockets then.
So he is no longer with us.
No.
R.I.P.
Rip. So, you two, what is your next action?
Off to the inn.
Okay.
So true. Off to the inn. Yippee.
So,
Just-
Liari and Mads make you guys' way to the inn. I would say, time frame wise, you're probably going to arrive before Pyrie and Joe just because they stopped and had a nice sit down. But for all intents and purposes, we're going to put you all at the inn together.
Okay. I was gonna say, how did that sit down
Right.
go? Are we playing it out? What happened?
I mean, only if Pyrie wants to share that information or if Joseph does.
Damn.
Yeah.
Question for Mr.
Absolutely.
DM.
Absolutely. What do you got?
Okay, not to say that there are friendship levels, but is there a way that I could that Pyrie and Joe come back and seem like they are like best buddies? Like they just bonded over food and coffee and whatnot, and she made him feel better miraculously.
You
Like
would
a-
have to
like
do some
a-
roll. You'd have to do a roll for me, and it's going to be a high DC because he's currently having an existential crisis, like a crisis.
I'm thinking like
identity.
you know how like therapy dogs. Like somehow Pyrie has managed like that kind of shit. Like somehow she's managed to at least like calm him down and like they're buddies now.
Okay. I see what you want.
Wait, do
I would
still have?
say
Hold on.
you could
Do I still have?
probably roll.
Yeah, they do.
I'm gonna say performance, persuasion, deception, or yeah, no, I think those three. Maybe no. It's an interesting situation, right? Yeah, let's go ahead and say persuasion or performance, I think, because you're trying to make him feel better. You're trying to provide yourself as a like happy thing.
It did the thing.
You did do the thing. So during your coffee and baklava situation, you do get him to laugh or chuckle or smile here and there, but it always goes back to a serious or like empty face. It doesn't stay.
I'm stuck.
Yeah.
I accidentally
I'm
moved.
But you all eventually make your way back to the tavern. Liari and Mads, you would have arrived first, with Pyrie and Joe coming in. I'd probably say like 5 or 10 minutes later.
Okay. I would say that was probably roughly the amount of time that I was looking for them, since I didn't see them at the bar, and I would have checked the bedroom, and if they're not in the bedroom, I'd be like, oh god.
Okay.
So like roughly starting to panic, but then I see them walk in. I'm like, oh my god. How did we beat you here?
We stopped for a treat. Can I like I'm gonna drag Joseph with me though and be like, I have something that will make you feel better.
And Joseph is being dragged.
Joseph is being fully dragged.
And I am
And then I am going to scoop my mousy friends.
The mice.
And I am
friends.
going to just like shoves them on Joe / like in his face and be like, they're so soft.
How many did you shove at Joe? All of them? I don't know how many you have. We've never
I
established.
don't remember
a
how
number.
many. We never established an amount that I
I
had.
want to say there was at least
There's just like a
3.
dresser full of my. How many?
It might have multiplied by now.
I
Let's go with
just like
6 to
assumed that there was
12.
like, because it was like a
Little
whole
family,
like
yeah.
little family of mice that I had scooped from the boat. So
So
like,
family.
So you scoop them up
Yeah.
and you hand them to Joseph, and he immediately is not good with any kind of animal. Just he doesn't drop them, but he's like trying to catch them, and they're scurrying, and now they're getting like into his armor and like rustling around, climbing up on his head, climbing down onto the floor, down his leg, like they have scattered.
Harry's just gonna be like, I think they kind of like you.
Oh, yeah. They seem nice, and he's got one left in his hand, and he's gonna just hand that back to you.
Pyro's just gonna take the mouse in her hand and just like start petting it, just being like, "Who's your good mouse?"
Does that one have a name?
I didn't name them. They have names, I'm assuming, but I haven't talked to them to ask them all of their names. There's quite a few of them. We haven't really gotten there. They've kind of just been living with me, mostly in my pocket, sometimes in the dresser. They're very snuggly.
Oh yeah. They look snuggly. Yeah, very fuzzy. They seem clean.
They are. They're very clean creatures.
He has a big smile for the moment, and then it droops.
Oh no. Oh baby. I'll
Around.
help kind of.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
No, you're good. Do your thing.
I was just gonna help maybe get the rest off of him since he's not really feeling it because they're all like in his armor and stuff. So I'll just
scoop him out.
Yeah, when they look like they're in a gettable place, I'll gently collect them over time.
Sure. As you collect all the mice, as you are collecting all the mice, Mads, did you come in and shut the door?
Yeah.
I shut the door. Just
As you are currently collecting the mice, you do hear a rap at the door. Just doo, doo, doo.
oh. Oh hi. Come on in.
She steps in and closes the door behind her and sees Joe and sees you guys all kind of gathering up some mice and Pyrie just petting one and just... She has so many things going through her head simultaneously.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, that's fair. So... Is everything alright?
Yeah, thank you for the assist earlier, and I'm sorry that this all took place in your establishment. That's not really fair to you. We've gotten a better grasp of what the situation looks like now, and hopefully we can do a better job of avoiding situations like this in the future.
Oh yeah, it's very true. Well, don't worry too much. While you were gone, we had visitors from the guard. Kind of looks at Joe and then kind of looks back. Haru came by and wanted to see you all whenever you have a chance, as well as your other friends. But we'll arrange that for tomorrow.
Shit!
Well,
I had to look back in the notes to figure out who Haru was. It's the hot one. God damn it. It's fine.
Haru is the captain of the guard, Catwoman.
Yeah.
Mm.
Wait, and she said
the
other friends though?
Your other friend that she's not saying the name of would be Darius.
Okay. They both came by while we were out?
No, let me be more clear. Haru came by while you guys were out. There was no reason given. And she's scheduling a meeting with Darius for tomorrow instead of tonight,
Okay.
because Haru wishes to speak with you guys seemingly tonight.
Haru wants to talk tonight, but Darius wants to talk tomorrow.
There you go.
Okay. Sorry, that was a me brain moment. That was like a...
No, there's gonna be a lot of information, but I'm trying to break it up.
Wait, is Haru still here?
Not in the space currently.
But she came and left.
Yeah, so you haven't spoken about it with Katrina, but Katrina will say she's gonna be coming back later.
Okay. Oh. Yippee. Oh god. Well, I guess y'all are taking Joe, because I don't think he needs to see that. Anyway, okay, that's good. The meeting in the morning will be good and needs to happen, and I will deal with Haru when she gets back. Yeah, there's going to be a lot of stuff to discuss tomorrow. Are you going to be around for that meeting, or is that something you would prefer to stay out of?
I can be around for the meeting if you want me to, for sure.
Okay. I don't know if that's necessary. I just know that there's probably an amount that you would like to know about, as this is your establishment.
Yeah, a bit. It's getting a little bit out of hand, yeah.
Yeah, that's fair. So I see no reason to keep anything from you tomorrow. So if you feel like coming by, I think that's fair game.
Wonderful.
And then I think Joseph's going to be spending the night with us tonight as well. And I gesture over to the friend just in case I haven't used his name around her yet.
She's going to kind of look between you and him. All right. No problem.
If there's, I don't know if there's any like padding or something we can get to throw on the floor in here to kind of.
Yeah,
we just want to make sure he stays safe overnight.
Iry's gonna pipe up and be like, he can have my spot, and she's just gonna sit her butt at the table.
Is Matt's okay with sharing a bed with Joe? Like, I'm just gonna look at Mads questioningly, like if she's gonna be cool about it.
Mads looks at the bed, looks at Joe. I'll take the floor.
So either way, I think we would appreciate some padding or something. Thank you, Katrina. I appreciate everything you do for us.
Joe also pipes in. Thank you. Katrina will nod, and I'll make sure that happens right away, and steps out. I'll let you know when Haru arrives, and I'll have another bit of padding sent in. Or two.
Thank you.
And she takes off. Joe just makes his way over and sits in the chair.
I'm gonna sit down. I'm gonna tell Joe that we slit the guy's throat.
Oh, you're so honest.
Just straight up.
I'm in trouble.
I'm gonna tell you this only because you wanted to know. But we ended up slitting his throat.
I'm gonna pipe up mildly defensively and just say, listen, he was threatening you again, and I struggled with that. Not gonna. It's one thing if he's coming after us and we had to figure out why, but he threatened you again, which was needless. And so I just wanted to make sure we were safe. It was a moment of weakness.
I'm gonna look at Joe and be like, we're sorry that you even got put in this situation, and I am just so very thankful that you are okay. And
Me too.
Mads will just kind of like reach to pat, but then just be like, oh wait, no.
So Joe nods along, listening to you tell him all this stuff. Doesn't say anything, just kind of like leans back in the chair and just kind of seems to just be thinking. There's not really a lot he is willing to talk about right now.
Can I try and discern which way he's leaning? Like if he's giving off any body language?
Insight check.
Yeah.
Anybody is welcome to do that.
Yippee.
Oh my god!
Oh, I think I rolled it twice by accident. The first one.
Like, It's not even worth because I always reread my character sheet, right? And it says that on things that I have like proficiency in, I can technically roll a die to help boost it. But even if I got like a full boost on the roll, it still wouldn't do anything for me.
I rolled a 24, so.
Liari, you are so... I don't know. You're too close to the sun. You're flying too close to the sun, and you are having a hard time discerning exactly what Joe is feeling. Mads, Joe just looks like he's thinking pretty hard. It's hard to tell what he's thinking about. I wouldn't say he's happy, but he's not unhappy. Pyrie, you are about as detached. You're like detached, but not like detached. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Joe is re-evaluating a lot of things in his life. You can kind of tell, based on your interactions with Joe, he's a new guy, the new guard. He's young. He hasn't experienced a lot. And just his short adventure with the three of you has been so testing and wild, and has forced him to question his actual purpose and what his goals are, like to the point where he's sort of shut down until he can process it.
Oh my god, he's in shock.
Yeah.
General question.
That's so valid. This man has been traumatized.
Mhm. I have a question. Because I know that we established, obviously, he works for the guard. But
Right.
did we ever state that he works for specifically the guards / like security of
Is there a
evil
difference?
bondage man? Yes.
There is, in fact, a difference.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I'm pretty sure he just belongs to the rich people now.
There is the guard of Silversong, and then there is the Silver Guard, which is like the fancy people. Like if
Okay,
there is a
So
situation,
which one is he part of?
he is part of the Silver
Because we
Guard.
never. So he's part of the rich people guard.
He's part of the rich people guard. He got us pretty sweet, schwanky spot.
Uh-huh.
Yep.
That's
I'm
why.
gonna assume at this point, technically speaking, Pyre and the rest of them would have known this.
Yeah. That could be.
Because I don't think we ever actually
Assume.
like.
We picked him up from the
Established
rich
it.
people area.
Yeah, but you know they could have been on loan.
That's valid. It wasn't overwhelmingly stated, so yeah. Let's go ahead and be clear. He is
Okay.
a member of the Silver Guard.
He's a member of the Silver Guard. Okay, Pyre is going to. This is gonna be a shocking turn of events for the folks in the room.
Oh god.
Oh boy, that is a solid
God.
start.
Yep. Pyre's gonna look at Joseph while petting one of the mice. I just want that visual in everyone's head. You know, like evil cat style, but it's just mice in her arms. And just ask Joe why he wanted to be part of the Silver Guard and not the General Guard of the town. Why did he pick that one when he wanted to protect people?
That is a really good question.
Because for sure I rolled at that earlier, but I was gonna let it go. Because he's dumb.
I know. But is there a reason?
Are you're directly asking Joe this right now?
Yeah, like she's
Yeah.
directly asking Joe this question.
Let
like
me pull up Joe's
deadpan,
stuff. I'm so excited.
not the like usual chipper like psychotic Pyre. It is a weird stone face, just straight up question.
all the background that Bold made for this boy on the fly is
Yo.
coming into play. Let's go.
Okay. I also need to roll and see if he wants to answer currently. Okay. I wanted to help people, and I needed to make good coin, and the best job for the city is the Silver Guard. You work with the wealthy and respected, and you in turn get respect, and it pays pretty well, and I can send some of that money back home and save up. And does it matter now?
What about the wealthy people do you respect?
Well, I mean, they obviously worked really hard to get wealthy.
Did they?
You say that, and then you watch a flash of like recognition as he realizes they don't actually have to work hard. The whole system starts crumbling down.
No. Oh god. His core beliefs are in shambles.
We took one pebble out of the brick wall.
I just threw a whole boulder at the fucking thing. What do you mean?
I love bowling.
I don't know what to think anymore. He's just gonna put his arms on the table with the interlaced fingers and just stare at the table. There's no more interaction. This NPC is unavailable.
Oh my god, he's run out of lines. Quickly go through all of the dialogue
okay.
offer.
For backstory reveal, he rolled a 6, so that's as much as you get for him, but he's also broken because you just broke everything he's grown up thinking.
That's
just
so valid.
broke
He
it
needs
in
to
24
sleep.
hours.
So Pyre's gonna obviously be watching this in his responses, and just then, because we talked about it with him before.
Yep.
However, he's dumb. So
he's quite dumb, yeah.
he's something. Pyre is very gonna slowly, and probably not super eloquently, considering who she is. She's going to explain that the snake man that they fought, and the other some of the other rich people, not all of the rich people, but some of the other rich people, including who I'm assuming is probably his boss. I forget what his name is, but Bondage Man.
Thornbridge.
Thornbridge.
Bondage Man.
Yeah, me too.
I don't remember his name.
These superhero names are getting out of control.
Disagree.
Fine.
Could be spicier.
I feel like, okay, Pyre's gonna 100% use these nicknames while
I
Larry
know.
corrects
Uh-huh.
during the explanation. Just
Absolutely.
and just explain that they're bad people, and that they've been using enslaved peoples that they have taken illegally or without permission, to do whatever works and stuff, and that's how they've been gaining their wealth and whatnot, is because they deal with not great things. And just that's what they're currently kind of trying to stop, while looking for their own individual things, for their own life stuff. And that, you know, if he wishes to actually help protect people, he could help them stop the bad guys. Like Mr. Bondage Man. Smiles.
Throw me a persuasion with advantage, by the way.
Really did give him a lot to think about as a broken man.
Wait, how do I? I don't remember how to do this. And then I hit the funny up button.
The funny up button. That's
Okay.
Funny
what
up
we're
button for the
rolling.
win!
Given your insight check from earlier, which I'm just gonna carry on because it was pretty high. You see that Joe has registered everything you have said, but he continues to stare at the table and doesn't seem to engage in further conversation.
Yep, we went nonverbal. I'll just say, all right, that was a lot to take in. I think it's good that we were honest, but I think we should just let him rest for the night. That's a lot for anybody to hear. It's been a long day. We have a lot going on tomorrow. If everybody could just make sure that their nice clothes are in a returnable fashion by morning. I say we could all use some rest. What do you guys say?
Yes.
Yeah. Harry, I think yours is easy. Yours is just the funny collar. So that I think the only thing that collar touched today was leaves.
Kind of.
I'm gonna, y'all take care of Joe. Pyrie, I know you kind of do the meditation thing. Meditation. English is failing me now. I don't know which letter it is.
Great.
Anyway, I know you do the same kind of thing as me. So if you can just, I don't know, keep kind of a one ear out overnight. I am gonna go back to my room because I know I'm expecting a visitor. So I'll keep an ear out. You keep an ear out. We'll be good.
I thought the guard lady wanted to meet with all of us.
Did she?
Or was that specifically a Larry thing?
Well, that depends
the
on
way
what Larry
remembers
was.
it. Larry remembers it as a Larry thing because Larry extended an invite.
Was Larry extending
considering
off the boat
events that have occurred? Who the fuck
I know
knows?
there sure has been a lot of events that I hope she doesn't know about because I might die, but it's fine.
Katrina's intention was to sit down on your meeting with Darius.
Right.
So, depending on whether or not you were trying to have a private meeting with Darius, but considering he sent all of you on the mission and spoke with all of you last time, it would be safe to assume he'd speak with all of you this time.
Oh, I was talking about Haru.
Yeah, we're talking about Haru.
I'm not talking about Darius at all. I'm talking about Haru.
Haru also wants to speak with all of you.
That's what
shit.
I thought. So that's why I was just like,
Sorry if I didn't make that clear earlier. That could be my bad.
I mean, Larry was still gonna think it was
Larry
a Larry
just
thing
felt
regardless.
If Liari wants to go,
I invited her fresh off the boat. I invited her to come spend the night with me whenever she felt like it, and she hasn't felt like it yet. The timing is odd, but Larry is horny.
I love
Fucking
the
amazing.
description. The timing is odd, but Larry is horny. That is the new catchphrase. That is the title of this episode. The timing is odd, but Larry is horny.
So anyway,
yeah.
For the intents and purposes of the following situation, how are you dividing up? Is Larry gonna? Liari, are you gonna sit in your room, and Joseph staying here, and Mads and Pyrie are also staying here? Just dividing up like that?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah?
That was my idea. Because I trust them to keep Joe safe overnight, and I was gonna hedge my bets that Haru wants to bang me and not kill me, so...
Fair enough, fair enough.
That was gonna be... Yep.
Can Larry go get their dreams crushed by just assuming and then finding out
be
that
the first time!
It's
Matt's just kind of preying on their
successful.
downfall because they're sleeping on the floor while they try to go have smexy time. So,
What, did you want me to stay in the room too? That's even less room for you to sleep. What do you mean?
I was hoping you'd take Joe so I can sleep in the bed. Like we had the arrangements previously. Shakes.
Shakes.
Listen, I didn't know she was gonna be here. Joe doesn't need to see that. Okay, let's see how this plays out. Let's see what happens.
So, trying to decide how to go about this. I think this could also be about a good time for a break because it's technically halfway between our time
shit.
frames.
Ooh.
is it?
The
Yeah.
sauce.
Is our technical halfway point for our time to be on time for ending in any case. But that being said, let's go to break for 10 minutes.
Yippee!
Okay.
Go
Ooh.
piss.
Yes, chat. Go use the restroom, grab a snack, grab a drink, maybe a cup of tea. Come back and see how this all pans out. We'll see how well Joe recovers, maybe. And yeah, we'll see you here back in 10 minutes. Woo!
Might have accidentally mentally broken Joseph.
A little bit.
We'll see how he is in the
Glad-
morning.
Yeah, I was
Good
gonna
night,
say, I'm glad. Yes! Anyway.
Okay. So, as you guys, I'd assume a little bit of time goes by. I don't know if you guys were planning on just staying in your rooms or eating or whatnot during
I
that
think
time
in
frame.
general we had so much food today.
Right.
True.
That's oh, you did eat.
Because we
you know
did
what?
technically eat before Joseph got
That's
stolen.
right,
And then
I'd
we had,
forgotten.
I think I had 3 lunches or some shit. I don't remember. This
Yeah,
one
and then-
day has lasted like 4 sessions. It's hard to know.
And then we got me and Joseph got snacks.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
So everybody
Mhm.
is well set. I will say
We are fed.
during the time frame while you guys are waiting for Haru to arrive, Katrina would have brought some extra bedding for both rooms.
Oh.
Before
Oh,
returning
she's
to
sweet.
her duties. We'll do it this way. Okay. Well, that answers which direction.
Oh dear. Who's getting the knock, knock, knock?
So, Pyrie and Mads, you hear a doo 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 on the door.
All right. This checks out.
Yeah.
This is karma.
It was gonna be rooms based on like where the rolls went. So like the lower rolls would go to the lower room and the higher rolls would go to the higher room.
Well, Pyrie's gonna tip tap while still holding mice, mind you, over to the door.
I did not consider this reaction. Hang on. Okay. So you open up the door, still have a little mouse in your hand?
Yes.
Yes. Hello. No. Hello. 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 I'm just gonna give her a regular voice because I can't get that quite right. Anyway, Haru greets you. Hello. I am here to speak with your group. And she looks down and sees the little mouse in your hand. What's your passive insight? Hot damn, it's a 15.
Do I need to roll it?
No, it's just whether or not you do see her ear twitch, and she eyes the mouse a little bit too long.
Pyrie's gonna stare at her and be like, "This is a friend, not food."
Of course not. I would never.
I was just gonna give her kind of like a stink eye, like sus, just like, I'm watching you.
In any case, is the rest of your party available?
Where we need what? Whoopsie, I did not mean to move. I'm stuck.
Bye.
Mr. DM, I'm stuck. We need one other. Larry's not here. Larry went to their room. But otherwise, we're here.
Oh. Is Larry another member? I remember there was you, the angry one, and the other elf.
Larry.
And she kind of like leans, like not leans in, but kind of like tilts her head. Is this a new friend of yours as well? And kind of like looks over at Joe.
Yeah, he's kind of going through it.
I see.
It's okay. He's a good person.
Of course. I was hoping we might speak in private instead of the doorway.
Yeah.
Wonderful. And the other, I believe Liari was her name? Will she be joining us as well?
Is she gonna
Yeah,
kind of
she
look at
will.
Mads? Oh wait,
She will.
are we still linked through the funny thingy?
Roll a
Mr.
d20.
DM.
Roll a d20. So anybody.
That should not be me.
We're gonna go with the first one. I will say you are on the dredges of your telepathy, and it will be done after this.
Okay,
Cool.
Through the-
Larry's gonna scream in their minds at like full volume of Larry!
What? Why?
It is here!
What?
Cuts
Oh.
off. It's gone.
Yep.
That's the last
Okay.
bit you got.
I'm just gonna be confused because, again, Liari definitely thought she was here for her, and so she's not exactly sure why she would have gone to the other room. It was probably a mistake. It's probably a mistake. So she's gonna go pick her up. It's fine. I'm chivalrous. I can. Hi.
What is your passive insight, Liari, and Mads for that matter? I need everybody's passive insight.
16.
Ooh.
17.
Hot damn. Okay.
Yeah, that's. We're insightful. That's all we have.
That's
Yeah.
excellent, and it's going to change up so many things that I do. Because you guys are going to see and understand what's happening a lot better than I have been giving you. Liari, as you walk in, you do see Haru kind of do that, like, stop, turn, and do the, like, quick glance up and down, because I presume... Did you already get rid of the fancy clothes?
I didn't, because I thought she was coming to my room and I was gonna do the I need help getting out of this shtick that I've been sitting on for like an episode and a half.
That's fair.
So I'm definitely, because either way I was probably gonna be stuck in it regardless.
Right.
Whether I was trying to be smooth or not. So no, I don't know what they did, but I'm in mine still.
Well, then you get a lingering glance.
In a good way or a bad way?
With you guys' insight, it's a good way.
We're in.
Anyway, I'm glad you're all here. I see you picked up a new member. So I will have to include him in this declaration. If you weren't already aware... Actually, may I ask where you all were? You two seem rather dressed up, and she looks at Joe, and that's a member of the Silver Guard.
Gonna be like, we went to a swanky party.
Yeah, we got some invites to a party, and we thought we may as well enjoy ourselves while we're here.
That is quite the quick move up in individuals known. An invitation to one such party, especially at Thornbridge Hall, would take much longer than a few days for most people to get. Interesting. In any case, I am here to let you all know that Lord Alaric Thornbridge is officially missing. There's an investigation underway. Your group was reported at this gala for disturbing the peace in some form or fashion. Something about a cat, which seemed funny, considering I know you don't have one. Or at least I don't think you do. But due to Katrina
I
and...
should like pants. And that's it. No other explanation. I don't like getting dressy.
I don't like pants.
God, wait. Wow. All right. Haru kind of turns and gives you another look over, like an actual assessment of your capability, and starts tracking some of the clothes and some of the equipment you have around, and your affinity for the mice that you have in your hand. I see. It was you then. Okay.
Well,
in any case, normally, if you are individuals of suspicion, you are escorted for a few nights' stay in city jail. However, because you have been vouched for by both Katrina and Patch, you are under city arrest for the time being. You may not leave the city until the investigation is complete, and you are required to continue your stay here at this particular inn so that we may track your movements. Questions?
I believe that was our plan anyway, but... So you said he's gone missing.
Yes.
How long was he gone for?
He had a council meeting this evening, post-gala, to work out some laws or some such political gargle. However, he never showed, and when his manor was searched, he was not found, nor can he be found in any of his other usual haunts. And when a city council member of such stature goes missing, it is taken very seriously.
I should hope so. I mean...
Maybe he just went on vacation.
She squints her eyes and, like, darts them over towards you. Oh. Would you know anything about a vacation?
No. Just a funny thing.
All I know is that
Hmm.
while we were there, he didn't make an appearance at the party, so I can't exactly say anything about that, but that is concerning that he has gone missing, and I truly hope he can be found sooner rather than later. But I know I'm not planning on going anywhere, so I'm gonna stay put.
Hmm. Well, wonderful.
Anything.
That's good that you all are planning on staying. I wouldn't want you to go anywhere quite yet. This
Mr.
individual.
DM, I'm autistic. Was that a tone? Because I was gonna try and shift the tone, but if she's shifting it,
She shifted it for herself, but
Okay.
she also does kind of step over towards Joe and kind of like try and look at him, but he has not registered her presence at all.
I'll just explain Joe then, because clearly she's not dumb, so I'm just gonna say Joseph was a guide for us at the party because, as you heard, we were having some trouble with our cat, and I'm going to look at Pyrie. And so Joe was tasked with helping us kind of navigate and make sure that we were safe, because we had also been harassed a few times throughout the night. So he was really kind to, help us out and make sure that we enjoyed the party, and then he brought us home. So he's here. He's had a rough time of it today.
I was just gonna sulk and just be like, it's not my fault. People kept trying to smother me and chase me everywhere.
That does tend to be a feline problem, does it not?
The cat
You
bonding.
kept squishing me. And then trying to grab me?
Yeah, you sure did make a friend with that one flamboyant lady. To say
I'm just gonna get one of those shivers ugh.
She took quite a liking to you, that's for sure.
Well, this has been quite a wonderful reunion. I have been meaning to come by, but unfortunately duty calls. I will be making my way out for the evening. Liari, would you mind
Yes, of course. And I'll kind of step outside the room a little to the side.
Wonderful. I hope the rest of you have a wonderful evening. Please be sure not to leave the city. Closes the door.
I don't like your date.
What? It's fine. I can't hear you anyway. Her mind link is broken, and I didn't re-up it. Because I don't want to hear you people in my head while I'm having a night.
Can I roll to see if they heard that?
Did you say it out loud, like full volume?
Probably not full volume, no. Probably just like under my breath.
Liari, roll perception.
Why? I don't want to hear it.
That's just to see if you heard it. Whether or not you want to is irrelevant.
I didn't hear shit.
You guys didn't hear nothing, neither of you.
Perfect. We're focused. And I'll say, I'm glad you could finally stop by. I have been anticipating your visit. And I'm gonna kind of like, as she's, because I'm assuming she's walking, so I'm gonna walk with her.
Yeah, just walking out, basically.
Okay, well, maybe not quickly walk out.
Maybe not that quick, yeah.
Maybe I could a gentle stroll.
She's not going overwhelmingly fast. She's maintaining a normal walking speed.
Perhaps making eye contact, Ubu.
Let's see.
Nah, she really has to do her job? Come on.
She really has to do her job. I'm so sorry I cannot stay and perhaps have a drink. But unfortunately, I must go about my duties. The search for Thornbridge requires my full attention.
I can see why you're needed, and I hope that the search goes well and that you can find him quickly so that we might get a rain check on that drink. And if there's anything I can do for you in the meantime, you let me know with like a wink.
Okay.
Why?
Oh no, I'm doing things. She will turn over, do the one singular hand grab, and do the kiss on the top of the hand thing. Before releasing, I will see you another time. Rain check indeed. And then walking out.
Breathe, Larry.
Well, Larry's out.
Immediately uninterested in anything else that could have possibly be happening.
Yeah. Dude, it's hella late. What do you mean? What else is happening? We were almost tucked into bed.
Yep, you were just about tucked into bed. At this point, it is... you guys left the party pretty late. You would have had to hunt down the people for at least an hour.
Yeah.
I would gauge anywhere between 12 and 2 a.m.
Yeah, that sounds right. I'm gonna give an attempt at my dress to see if I can get it myself.
Either give me an acrobatics, because you're gonna have to do some funny bending. I would say with an
10 on that. I do. That's crazy.
That's
anyway,
a huge
sorry.
plus. Yeah, I'd say you're able to finally kind of twist your arm backwards enough to kind of reach it just barely. Like you just barely limber enough.
All right, cool. Then I'm gonna take it off and inspect it for anything that might need to be cleaned, do some spot cleaning as I can, and then go to bed.
We have not rolled to see how messed up these got during your last encounter. So,
yeah.
Mads.
And that one I did technically get involved. I would need to roll that. The last
Mads
time, no.
and Liari both please roll.
You said Dex, I think?
Yeah, dexterity check. All right, yeah. There's some minor spots, but nothing obvious or problematic. Like it's easily able to like wash off real quick.
Cool.
They're in pretty good condition. All is well. Pyrie and Mads. At this point, there's enough bedding in here for you guys to kind of make 2 additional little bunches. So you can have like 2 makeshift beds in this room. Joe hasn't really made much movement. So it's pretty much how do you guys want to break that up?
Irie's just gonna go over to him and just like, helps him up kind of thing.
Guide him.
Yeah.
Let's see.
To wherever it is.
Yeah, we'll say there's one right there. It's fine. Doesn't have to be anywhere in particular.
Yeah.
But you guide him to a little bedding location. Kind of get them all situated. Presumably remove the actual metal parts of his armor so he's not sleeping in metal plates.
Yes.
And then you guys turn in. Good to go?
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Gonna pray and go to bed.
Pray and go to bed. Roll me a D100, please.
D100.
D100.
Also, I'd like to say the gift that I just sent in our chat is what I was doing that whole time when she came in and said Thornbridge is missing, and I'm like, I set him up to go get. Why? How did they fumble this hard? Anyway.
So good. So good. All right. Mads, you put all of your thoughts and prayers out to the goddess, and you feel a warmth from your lotus as it sort of flows into you. You feel at peace a little bit more today than you have lately.
Wow, what a good day.
What a good day.
Yeah.
It was a day.
It was
It's
a
been
day.
a long day.
It's been a very long day.
The longest day of all time.
How many sessions was that day? That's
I think
the
it was
question.
like 4.
It was like 4 or 5 sessions was that day. That's wild.
Yeah.
So,
Good day.
you guys sleep up. You sleep in a little bit. Make sure you get your full... Well, make sure Mads gets their full 8 hours of sleep.
Yeah, also the boy.
Can I do
Andrew.
I don't think he meditates.
Can I do a long rest?
Yes, everybody
And-
please perform a long rest.
Yippee.
Yippee!
I feel so rested.
My spells are back.
Wow! Look at you guys getting a long rest.
My psionic die is back.
So, as the sun comes up, you mostly don't see it because you're in a cave, but you can tell that the morning has come due to the increase in volume in the actual inn. Most of the sound is projected down the center wall, like the center way, into the depths of this cave, but some of it does reach around those edges. So you do hear there's a little bit of activity happening in the main area there. Is there anything anybody would like to do specifically before you exit your rooms?
Nope, because I would
Check on the
probably. Huh?
Nothing. Keep going.
I was just gonna say I would probably get my 4 hours and then want to go and check on Joe and check the surroundings and whatever. So
Absolutely.
Well,
I don't need to do much in my room. I would leave the dress in there in like a safekeeping type
Mhm,
of way,
mhm.
make sure, because they're gonna pick it up later or something. I don't remember what the deal was. I think we take it back. I don't know. But...
Yeah. So something to make clear about the situation that we are now in, now that it has been revealed that you are on city lockdown, or city arrest, if you will.
Yeah.
There is a number of things you can go do or whatnot. It just depends on how much in between time you want to do before, like, between things. Because, like, you have a meeting with Darius, so we can just jump straight to that. There's also other events that will happen during this time. You can also check for rumors throughout each day at the inn.
Ooh.
Rumors are now available at all inns.
That's a funny way to phrase that, and I love that. And I know
Rumors
my
are
ass wants the tea, so because I want to know how the fuck this dumbass who was supposedly running the slave trade probably got kidnapped into his own slave trade, because they probably deemed him useless, which is understandable, and they either killed him or he's being sold off, which is crazy. That's like Liaria's brain in this whole situation, is like, that's probably what happened, because I think Liaria's also assuming the plant guy was sold off in the slave trade, because I don't exactly remember the information we got about the plant guy, but he basically said, yeah, we wanted him for stuff, but he wasn't. I don't remember exactly.
We can do a quick reminder of the information if you like. It basically spoke about, well, first you found the correspondence between Thornbridge and someone with the initials ZV.
Yep. And the lady is checking in on that.
In the ledgers, you found payment agreements between ZV, Thornbridge, lots of shipping routes, payments from Eternia for Thornbridge's slaves and Veil Enchanted jewelry. There were cargo manifests with live cargo, etc., etc. Mine operations, including costs, workforce count, disposal fees, etc., etc. This is all actually available in the Discord. I'm just reading it out. And then official payoff records, which includes a number of members on the council, as well as prominent members throughout the city.
Yeah. That stuff, because I remember, because it's written down, but then I had also asked him about the botanist. And that wasn't in the things that was... I don't think I made notes on that, and I probably should have. But it was something I was just asking him, like, you took the botanist, didn't you? and he said something.
I think he played dumb, if I recall. I don't think he... knew. What's the question?
Because, so, I see all the stuff in the Discord, and I'm looking at the funny things.
Yep.
We haven't had a chance to actually review any of it, like, in terms of, like, our characters in
in-game.
Yeah, in-game. So, like...
That's true.
I'm assuming that we probably want to, want to spend time, like, discussing the things that we found, because Pyrie still has her plants to tend to as well. And I'm pretty sure she did not explain one lick to anyone as to why she has funny plants and stole them.
I figured that was going to be our meeting today, but yeah, we can do that before we meet up with Darius too. Because I have a lot of stuff also, that I only vaguely talked about mentally.
Yeah, because like I'm looking at I'm looking at the funny list of things. Maybe we want to know the names that are on some of those funny lists.
It sure is a funny list.
Well, because, you have a certain guard friend. And the Silversong City Guard is listed. So...
What? No, it's fine. Yeah, I know. Listen.
You guys can definitely take a minute and kind of go over this. You can do it out of character or in character, whichever you like, and kind of discern what you want to ask certain people or do as a team, and all that stuff.
Definitely sharing of information, but yeah, the main thing that I was trying to remember was the thing with the botanist, because it wasn't written down. And yeah, I think you're right that he basically alluded to the fact that he was already gone. Like, they were going to hire him to take care of the plants, but he was already gone before he got there. But I don't think Liari bought that for a hot minute, and I think she's just assuming that he's gonna be in the next, like, people order, basically. The order of people.
The next shipment of people, yeah. Maybe.
Yeah. That's kind of how...
Do I want to clarify that? Sorry, I was going to clarify something.
You don't have to. I'm just saying what she would assume. It doesn't have to be right or wrong. Because she's also now assuming that Thornbridge is just getting tossed in there too, because he's a useless sack of shit. I don't know. Like, she doesn't know why he's been stolen. And she's like, oh my god, this is so stupid. All that work that I did to even, like, let him get found by his own people so he could be fine, and they didn't find him? Idiocy.
I mean, maybe. The only other things I will point out is I did mention that you have time to do things. There are a number of events, and I will give you the events, and you can choose which ones you'd like to pursue.
Yippee.
In any given order. You have received a letter from Rosina Markwill, who is the fancy lady who's very close with Mads.
Oh, yeah.
Requesting Mads, at the very least, Mads come with the evidence so they may discuss their next set of plans to a fancy and extravagant cafe called the Velvet Cup. She vigorously requested Pyrie's attendance. You also have a meeting with Darius. Pyrie, you wanted to visit a leather worker for your hide. That is an option here. And then there is also a festival, which is going to happen in the next 3 days, called the... Why is it not on my list? Okay, well, there's a festival happening in 3 days. It was supposed to be a New Year's festival for, like, funny in-game ha-has, but now it's legitimately part of the story. Because I wrote it in really hard. So anyway, you have a festival to go to in the next 3 days. Like, it starts at midnight and goes until dawn. And that will be 3 days from now. So during that time, there may be other events that come up, depending on things that happen. So, yeah. So I would say it's a good idea to go and discuss amongst yourselves the information and see what you want to do with that before moving forward.
Yep. Considering I had all that stuff on me, I will take that with me out of the room and over to their room. Good morning.
Good morning. It is good morning now. Have at.
Maybe. Hello. I hope sleep treated you all well. Hi, Zuko
okay?
here. Listen, this is not Liari. This is Anna's having a mental stroke. So it's fine.
It's fine.
We ignore this. Hi, Zuko here. Yeah. Good morning. I thought that it would be best that we talk about everything that happened yesterday before we meet up with our compatriot today. So, because I did get quite a lot of information that I have, and I pull out the letter that sort of they have seen before. And then also I bring out the ledger that I took from the funny Snake Man room. And I'm just going to come and bring it over to the table, and we can just sit and chill and talk about the stuff.
For you guys' convenience as well, I have put a list in player notes with individuals, locations, and events that will be updated as time goes.
All right. For the sake of like session brevity, because I don't know if y'all ever read through that stuff on your own prior, but I don't know if we should necessarily be spending time doing that now. But basically, in short form, the letter has the information that Bold has already listed, and then the ledger is like all the people that have been paid off. So things to know are the initial ZV, which we had the lady looking into that Mad should go meet, and then the stuff with Eternia. And like, I'm gonna tie that back specifically to the stuff that the lizard man said and what they were using the slaves for and stuff like that, and make that connection that like they're using them for stuff specifically over on the previously uninhabitable place that is now mildly habitable. I
guess a good way to handle that too is, does anybody have specific questions about the ledger information? Because I don't want to like force you guys to go through it or anything unless you'd like to discuss it.
I think I got it.
I would
Yeah.
say it makes sense to me, but I don't know if you want to have like the individual characters roll to see if specific things make more or less sense to them.
That would
Like
be
how
if
much
you
they
have,
understand of what they're reading.
It's fairly clear-cut stuff. Like, this isn't cooked books or anything. This is a very straightforward, very clean ledger of illegal doings.
Right.
If you had a particular thing you're trying to discern about one of the bullet points or statements in there, I would have you roll perhaps some sort of knowledge check on that.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Because we have our pet Joe in the room.
You sure do.
Uh-huh.
He's is he sleeping?
I don't know.
He's
Is he?
He's waking up, just real slow and groggily. That Fury bomber was heavy.
He. I would want to say, like, if we could, I don't know if we would roll for this to see if we recognize already some of the names that are on the list of, like, paid off peoples. Because there's several, like, listings that you have, but it's just, like, members of.
So the assorted members of, like, Silver Song, Black Chain, etc., these are just people listed under their affiliation. You don't necessarily know every city guard. The ones that you have met, that you've been able to discern the name of, one of them is Marcus Vane. That's the only one on the list that you recognize outright. Rolling wouldn't get you more recognition. It's just more like you have a list of people who are involved. The council members are listed separately in the ledger itself because they are high prestige individuals, if that makes sense. Like, they do a lot to prevent issues. I don't know if that actually answered your question.
Kind of, sort of.
Realistically, I think most of the questions would be, like, pointed towards Darius when he gets here, because he's, like, he's the one that wanted the information. He's the one that actually lives here and has been doing work here. So I think it would be more, instead of, like, I guess trying to figure out stuff on the document itself, maybe just point questions towards him as far as, like, next steps.
Okay.
Like we can ask him to identify these people and give us more background information if we want, or like, I don't know, things of that nature. Because
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
also
yeah.
thinking that we should ask him about, like, if he knows anything about where Thornbridge went and bring that whole situation up and bring up the snake thing. Like, I think we'd be fully transparent and honest with Darius. Just, like...
Have somebody
I don't know.
that you're being clean with. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Right. Because then if he pieces together the pieces, then we can benefit from that because we might not know what to ask because... We were just sent on a scouting mission and then shit happened.
Yeah.
See?
As it do, right? So it's kind of one of the that's where I'm thinking, but if y'all are thinking something different.
I'm interested to go to see Scarletta.
Before or after?
I don't really think it
Also,
matters.
I think you mean Rosina, right? The
Oh yeah,
lady?
I keep calling her Scarletta.
yeah, because that, I mean, we have to go see her too because she needs the dresses back, but I don't.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I think the meeting with
There's a lot of names. I'm so sorry, guys.
what's his name again?
Darius.
Darius.
Darius. I think the meeting with Darius first before other things. Smiles.
I can see that. The only other thing is that if Rosina was successful in finding out the information about ZV, that might also be good to tell Darius, but I don't think that's reason enough to go see her first, necessarily. Because what if Darius also knows who ZV is?
Yeah.
Right.
So.
Okay.
Agreed.
Mhm.
Yep.
But yeah, I do. Are you thinking to go see her alone though? That's the thing that I think is so funny.
No, she
She-
requested that Pyre go too.
As a cat.
Mm,
As a cat.
Pyrie is not going
Oh no.
and will be going to go deal with their leather working. Thank you very much. That they have been putting off for like 4 episodes.
Oh, a ton more than that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've had the leather working ready for a while. I'm ready. Let's go. But that being said, yeah, she requested at the very least in her letter that Mads come, out of you two, and then specifically was like, please bring Pyre. I can't wait to see Pyre. Pyre is so cute. I'm so excited. You know, like that. Like raving about it.
There's also the possibility too, because we're probably gonna have to make copies of all this stuff because of the multiple people involved who want it. And so I'm kind of thinking, like, if she specifically wants, because she says bring the evidence, but the only thing she's seen is the letter. So I'm thinking it's also an option to forge the letter, because she didn't read it super closely the last time. I made sure of that. So, like, if we want to feed her different information, she won't know the difference, more than likely. That is an option available to us. Thoughts?
I think that's smart, but I'm a DM.
No, I think that's a good idea.
Because, like, so if you're gonna primarily be, like, dealing with her, I'm gonna let you decide that stuff. I just kind of, I'm throwing that out there.
Let's
Because
get through
the
the
only-
Darius and then
Okay.
And then make it
Okay.
see how things
there-
go.
What if we go see Darius and we die? Then you know.
Pointless. All right.
Pointless.
That being said, before Darius gets here, I am going to start copying down all of the information that I've obtained, because I'm assuming there's, like, parchment in the room, you know, things to take notes with, like on the desk or whatever. So
Yeah,
I'm gonna,
yeah.
yeah.
You're gonna forge the thing, right?
I'm literally just copying it as is for now, because Darius is probably going to want to take the evidence with him, but I want to still have a copy for myself.
Oh, okay. So you're giving Darius the actual ledger.
Potentially.
And writing your own. Because it just depends on... the way I'd have you roll that just depends on whether or not you're giving him the real copy or not. I guess you could roll it either way, but a forgery would need to be really well... I guess it's not an official document.
I'm not necessarily even trying... I'm just writing it down word for word. Like, I'm not tricking it or anything like that.
Yeah.
I'm trying to make multiple copies. But we don't have a copy machine in Ye Olden Time, so I have to physically write it.
I got you.
I have to physically write it. I haven't decided to change the information in any way, shape, or form, because I've decided I want to be honest with Darius, and I have shared this with the party, and I don't think anybody has objected to that.
No.
Right. So I want him to see all the information as is, but I'm assuming we're going to need copies, because if he wants to take the evidence with him, I might not remember it word for word. So I'm just covering my character's ass in game so that she still has something to look back on, even though we have it in Discord. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I got you. As far as that goes,
I'm just copying.
It is a lot to copy. It's going to take, you want to make one copy, it's going to take you hours.
And I'm getting started.
Bet, okay. Imagine pretty much your entire day is consumed with copying, because if you're making even one copy is going to take, it's a huge ledger. And there's a lot of numbers and like tiny lines. Yep. So it's going to be, roll me a D8. It's going to take you 10 hours.
Okay.
You're not doing anything else today.
That's fine, but I'm starting with the letter. I'm starting with the letter because that's the fast one.
Yeah.
Right? So I'll make sure I have a copy of the letter, and then I'll just start on the ledger.
You got it. Okay.
And try and focus on the specifically, because I don't think I need necessarily all the like gold counts or anything like that, but I would specifically focus on like,
if you're,
how do I say,
if you're copying it word for word, every cent is tracked in the new copy. It will take you 10 hours. If you are not tracking the monetary value and just like the actual transportation of things to and from, half that time. If that made sense.
Yeah, we'll take that, because I realistically, regardless of who takes this copy, I don't think anybody needs to know how much gold they spent paying off people, but I think who's being paid off and for what is the most important information, so I would probably grab that.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'll take the halftime. But the letter I'm copying word for word, because that's, you know.
Okay, then I would say the letter is easy. You can do that in 10 minutes.
Right.
The ledger will take an additional 5 hours, and then so you're busy for the time being.
I sure am, and that's fine.
Other stuff you guys would like to do, or people you'd like to see, etc., etc. Throw it at me.
Do the thing first, and then go forward from there. Smiles.
Okay, so everybody hangs out for 5 hours until Liari's done copying.
Just gonna pray. Just gonna pray.
5-hour prayer. Got it.
Mm-hmm. Do we think that? Well, actually, in the time that, like, during the time that Larry is copying all of the information, and we're kind of sitting there, hanging out. Can we, I don't know, insight on how Joe's doing?
Oh, he's actually coming up here in a second. Funny enough, I rolled for him a minute ago. But yeah, if you'd like to roll insight on how Joe's doing, please do so. Everybody is welcome to do that.
20, baby!
Yo, so good.
Of course I care. Oh,
Let's go!
Oh my god.
Come on, Mads.
I'm afraid I might ruin it.
No.
Oh.
It would have been really funny.
But
though.
it's still a 20.
Let's go.
Yeah, I was gonna say someone clip that.
Oh,
That was
That
so
was
close to being a 1.
crazy. I would have accepted a 1 easy, like not even an issue. Like
The wives love Joe.
that was great.
Yeah, you're a pet.
He is our pet.
I got to think about it because a nat 20 is intense, guys. Hang on, let me consider Joe's current situation here.
Yes,
Okay.
be brutally honest with us, Mr. DM.
With the nat 20, well, Joe looks sad, like he's getting up, and it looks like he slept, but not well. Got little bags coming up under his eyes. He's not doing great. Whatever is weighing on him, be it your actions or the realization of certain life things, he is not handling it super well. Maybe this is the first time he's had to do that. For Liari and Pyrie, Joe has experienced a complete mental breakdown.
Uh-huh.
We gotta do that.
Yeah. Joe
On a level of 1 to like me at the beginning of the campaign when I was drowning myself in alcohol because I was not the Sigma Alpha that I thought I was.
the Sigma Elf. Oh my
So
god.
true.
I think the best way to describe his current aura, if you will, he had a particular view of the world and how it worked and how he fit into it. And it was like a very simple farmer boy goes to big city to make it big, and then this big city broke him to the point where he is irreversibly changed. And how he changes will happen over time, if that makes it. Like he has to kind of process everything and come to conclusions on his own. He's been given all the tools he can be given currently, and you just have to wait. Nat 20 says you gotta wait.
That's fair. I'm just gonna make sure that he's taking care of his basic needs then, like, while I'm copying and whatever, I'll make sure that, like, we have food brought to the room and stuff so that he eats and... Same
So
for all
assuming
of
that
us,
he's just
really.
kind of like sitting there, like, kind of just contemplating shit in like a shell of a person, while he considers his entire life's, Irie's gonna like take like the biggest mouse that she has, and she's gonna walk up to Joe and just like gently, like, she's gonna like take his hands and like put the mouse in his hand, and then like take his other hand and like just kind of like get him in the motion of like petting the mouse. And once he's like just petting the mouse while thinking, she's just gonna leave him be.
We have different ways of coping, I think.
Just a
Maybe.
fantastic description, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah, I felt that.
Okay. So, Joe had been in a stupor, and Pyrie, as you come over and got him into that motion, he seems to kind of come back to himself for a moment, and kind of looks down and realizes he's petting the mouse. He kind of like looks up and looks between the three of you at the table. He kind of like takes one hand, rubs his eyes, and stands up. Very sleepy. He says, Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Morning.
I think I need to go. It's probably time for work. And he's going to try and hand the mouse back to Pyrie.
Wait, the general question.
Yep.
Because Haru, when she came and did the thing, did it include Joe?
Different guard force. The
Huh?
silver guard.
He heard the announcement, but he's not under suspicion, I don't think.
To clarify that, he is in fact under suspicion because he's with you guys.
Oh.
Yeah, that's what I
That's funny.
thought. So wouldn't that then mean that he also cannot leave the premises?
The
Can't
city.
leave town.
You can leave the inn.
Oh,
You must like spend your
So, like-
evening at the inn. Like
Does
you
he
can.
have to spend his evening at the inn then?
I don't know. Maybe.
What do you mean? You don't know.
Joe
I think
didn't
we have to
really.
find out.
Joe didn't really comprehend anything Haru said. He barely comprehended she was there.
Well,
But I mean,
that's
like,
a good thing to check with him if he's trying to go to work then. Which just be along the lines of like, well, we have to decide whether or not we think he's okay to go, but we have to clarify that he needs to probably come back here because of the rules stipulated by Haru, which was this needs to be our lodgings so that they can monitor our comings and goings.
Right.
So
Okay, so
yeah,
do you
but
explain
it's basically
that to
whether
him?
or not we let him go at this point. Do we let him go to work?
I don't know. Maybe.
Sure, I'll walk him there.
That sounds like a.
I can't
Sure,
do
you
that.
know
I'm copying papers, so
Mm,
I love him, but if y'all I'll trust you with him.
ooh, can I do it and then I can go get leather? Words are hard.
Yes. So Mads is walking, Joe, you're getting leather, Liari's forging.
Yep.
Mhm.
Forging is such a
It's-
strong word.
It's not really forging. You're just
I'm not
copying.
trying to match the handwriting.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
trying to
yeah.
copy information.
Yeah.
Okay.
I might forge something to the other lady.
Yeah, the three of us can go off and we can drop Joe off at work.
Okay.
But yeah,
Mhm.
I whether or not we roleplay this out, I just want to clarify and make sure that Joe knows that he needs to come back here after work and that we can pick him up if he wants someone to come pick him up from work. But we stay here now.
He just nods. He doesn't verbally say a thing. He just nods and then kind of looks from Liari to Mads and Pyrie and begins his walk or his
right.
movement towards the door. So
All right, bye guys. Make sure he eats breakfast.
we'll say
Is
Hmm.
Yeah, that's it. Just breakfast. She's very
breakfast.
excited about it.
So you guys get breakfast. You walk Joe back over to the Gilded Quarter, and you drop him off at the gate house, like the gate yard house, which is kind of where
Yeah.
he's. Mads and Pyrie, please roll me a history check.
Oh, okay, that's not what I was expecting.
Fuck.
Wait, is Barnabas there? Wait,
I have a negative 1.
is Barnabas
Oh my
working?
God.
Nobody knows.
We both have a negative 1.
I'll never know.
Yeah, you drop him off at the gate, and he's ushered in by another guard, and that's it. You dropped Joe off at school.
I love
If
being
one
a
of you
parent.
doesn't tell him to have a good day,
Have a good day, son.
Dear Lord.
I'm not gonna make it.
Oh my god.
I love that so hard.
Wait, question. When we drop him off, can Ken roll? Because assuming we are dropping him back off at the estate that we left last night, can roll for perception to see, like, what's happening in the area / when we drop him off.
You're not back at the estate, but you're at the entrance to the rich people area.
Yeah, but
in
like
general.
assuming that like someone is missing of higher stature, the place would assumingly be very abuzz.
Well,
Well,
that's a wise
Could be.
deduction. Roll me a perception roll.
a rich man was taken. I'm sure it's quite chaotic. I'm sure they
21.
care.
We got a +8, baby.
Damn. Okay. So, entering and being in the Gilded Quarter exterior. The exterior has what seems to be way more guards than you previously noticed. If you and Mads had tried to and get in over the wall now, it would have been significantly harder.
Yeah, no kidding.
There's lots more movement of both Silver Song and Silver Guards. That's going to be really confusing. The regular town guard and then the Silver Guards. There are multiple patrols of each in the area. Citizens are being ushered away from the Gilded Quarter unless they have business there. So as soon as you drop off Joe, they're kind of just like, head off now.
Really?
Okay. Turn around.
And I waddled away, waddle.
Waddle.
I'm having deja vu.
Again.
Uh-huh.
Alright. You two are kind of on your own in the city now. What would you like to do?
I just turn to Matt and just like pull out part of the snakeskin and just be like, I wanted to get this looked at. We have to go to the leatherworker guy.
The biggest sigh. I was hoping you wouldn't do anything with that. Mads is gonna go, but
Okay.
be like very obviously not enthused.
Alright. So you guys make your way throughout the town, throughout the city, not a town. Eventually heading towards the suggested location that somebody said that I honestly can't remember anymore. Forever ago. You arrive at a very sturdy, fairly, not necessarily compact, but smaller storefront. Nestled between a lot of trees and vibrant flowers. The exterior, at least, is very dark stained wood. Big windows showcasing all sorts of leather goods, belts, boots, harnesses. There's a lot of vines.
Sniff, sniff.
There's a lot of vines wrapping around everything, and a very ornate and handcrafted wooden sign featuring a stylized leather hide and some tools hanging prominently above the entrance with the name Wild Hide Leatherworks.
Sorry, that's funny.
So, as you guys make your way in, you get that really like earthy leather scent. It's a very warm interior. You hear a very light tink, 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 tink. As you see an individual, actually, here's the interior first. As you see an individual who is currently working on some amount or some type of a leathery backpack or travel pack of sorts. He stands about 6 feet tall. He's a very rugged individual. He has a lot of crisscrossing scars and fresh slices, I guess you could say. Like maybe some kind of work tool got away from him across his forearms. He has a very well-worn apron across his front. Everything about him is very I guess I would say like lumberjack, but leather worker.
Got it.
So anyway, as you guys enter in, he kind of stops, looks up. Welcome in. What can I do for you?
Pyre's gonna like approach him and just be like, have you ever worked with glyph snakes?
Glyph what?
Just
show me the material.
Beasts?
Oh yes, magical beasts are the best.
Just gonna like kind of cautiously pull out the lovely wrapped and cleaned skin and show it to him. Be like,
and he immediately drops his tools on the table, and he says, "May I?"
Sure.
And he immediately just picks it up and starts wiggling it and looking it over and testing some scales. He takes a tool and he like tinks the scales. Like he starts going full meticulous on it.
Schmick, schmick.
To the point where he has seemingly forgotten you're there.
Pyre's just gonna get up like really, really, really close, like while he's doing it, and like is also just like staring at the skin and then just stares at him intently.
When he eventually notices your presence, he's like, "This is amazing." He stays like right up next to you, like in your face, like that way too close kind of vibe. He's like, "This is a really amazing material. Where did you say you got it?"
I skinned it myself. It's from a glyph something, a glyph snake.
Oh, this is wondrous material. I could do so much with this, and it's so well preserved. Whoever skinned this did this extremely well.
Thank you. I skinned it myself.
You did? Oh.
Yes.
We're gonna have a conversation because I want to learn your technique. And he kind of points out to like this edging that you did on it. He's very impressed with it. I must know how you particularly did this.
Sure.
So you guys proceed.
What can you make with it?
And he does, he pulls out a measuring tape, does some, like, lengthwise, kind of coils it around, does, like, a circumference kind of measurement. I will provide you with the 3 available options. You can make 2 of 3.
Well, I'm assuming this is in.
I could put it in general. Yeah, we'll just put it in general. It'll be fine.
Shiny things.
Shiny things.
Shiny
I didn't put the price
things.
in, but it goes to craft. I guess I could put that above. But they do have gold costs in order to craft it.
How much do gold?
Putting gold costs in. But the first one is 250, the second one is 600, the third one is 200.
She's going to
Y'all are poor
cry.
shit.
I mean, you're only poor right now.
True.
You have been doing your darndest to, like, get us
First
money.
of all, while I think about which ones I wish to purchase, I would like. Do you perhaps purchase other things yourself? Because I have a plethora of extra materials or extra things that I am not going to use.
Oh boy.
Smiles.
Oh yeah, I absolutely purchase any excess materials that, you know, people don't need, as long as it's in good condition and well kept.
I think so.
Excellent. What do you have to offer?
3 daggers, a great axe, a longbow, short sword, a shield, some leather, some chainmail, a leather armor, and maybe like a pair of handcuffs. She's just gonna smile awkwardly at the end of that.
Well, I can't say most of that is of any interest to me. But I'm sure you could sell it to perhaps a smith. And for high table knowledge, we can go and sell all your shit.
Fantastic. I already knew that, but I had to do the bit.
Absolutely. Yeah. Just wanted to make sure.
Is there anything from this, though, that you would want? There's leather and leather armor.
He will buy any of the leather or equivocal things. Actually looking through, yeah, just leather. He'll buy the leather armors.
How do so?
I will need to figure out what they cost. But that's a big endeavor, and I will do that not right now. So,
cool.
Instead, I would say, either way, in character, either way, whatever items you pick will take some time to create that you can pay me upon their completion. Since you are providing the material, you have only to pay me for my service. And I will state, just as I do for all my customers, there is a chance of the material failing to adhere to its new form. And I cannot be held responsible if the material does not want to be formed into an item, if I roll a nat 1. So,
Jesus.
As long as that's acceptable to you, we can begin work on either of the items that you would like. You don't have to decide right now. We can decide later and say you've given him 2 items to do.
Yeah,
Just
we're
so
gonna
it's-
pretend that I gave him 2 items and that I have magically picked. Ha hee hee, because I don't know yet.
No, that's fine. But now that that's in motion, that action is done, you have the options, etc.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
presuming 2 things are currently being made by the leather worker, what is the next stop?
Unless
Whatever,
Mads
no.
has a place to sell off the stuff at the smithies.
I don't
Okay,
really
we-
have anything in mind.
Okay. We can say for brevity's sake that you guys do take all of the equipment you want to sell and sell it during today.
Okay.
I would say that would probably take up a fairly significant amount of your day.
Probably.
Was there... I'll say you probably have time to do one additional thing, and I would probably say with Liari. Is there anything that you'd like to do?
After I finish my homework.
After you finish your homework.
Oh, I want to absolutely check the rumor mill. That was my shit. When you said that, I locked in hard. Give me some massive rumors, Mr. DM. Give me some juicy tea.
All right. You spend a little bit of time in the tavern.
Mr. DM,
Yeah, what's the question?
is that a question? Check Twitch.
Thank you. I didn't have it up. That's my bad. You're so cool. Oh my god. Yeah, I gotta turn on some kind of like notification noise because I have to close it to pull up on my notes. Hi, Raiders.
Hey, readers.
Welcome in, everybody. What's up, Moho? How's it going? I know we got another raid earlier too from proficiency bonus, but I think I missed it way after, unfortunately. Thank you for doing the mod thing, Shy.
Yeah,
The mod that forgets they're a mod. Let's
I'm
go.
great. Hire
mod
me.
Only a
You're
mod.
earning your paycheck.
Shy
Because of
becomes a
rolls.
mod at a 20 and loses it at a 1. It's a beautiful setup.
Mhm.
But yeah, what's up, guys? Welcome in. I hope you had a good time doing whatever you were doing. And we're just going to continue going. Thanks for popping in. Grab a snack, grab a drink. Type in chat. I'll try and pay attention more because I'm doing 8,000 things.
I scream in chat whenever I'm not in the scene anyway. So
I appreciate that so much.
my Christian D&D stream where I've been nothing but an innocent gem.
So innocent.
Dude, I forgot the word innocent, bro. I was sitting there, I like was typing that for 30 whole seconds, and I don't know, I couldn't remember. Not even for the bit could I remember how to be innocent. Anyway.
So, let's see. Okay, I rolled a 6, right?
Sure.
Liari,
Technically, I didn't see it.
as you kind of, well, no, I saw it. As you kind of not explore, but as you discuss and overhear things, you hear members of the bounty hunters, the Crimson Talons, were found killed in an alley. The guard is investigating, but whoever they were hunting must have been quite capable. ...
Mhm. Yeah. That's it.
That's it. It's a rumor
Nobody
mill.
gives-
Some are useful, some are trash.
Yeah. No, that's fair. Like, I get it, because that happened closer to home, and I doubt the people here give a shit about the highbrow,
Yeah.
funny, rich white man who got stole in the middle of his...
Like half
Uh,
of the rumors are about him, but you didn't get one.
I absolutely fucking missed. That's crazy.
Any case, so there's that. Now that the rumor mill is done, you guys have one more action you can take today.
I don't know. I would probably be on the like pick Joe up from work crew, but I don't.
I wouldn't say that takes up an action, if you will. That's like an end of the evening. Y'all pop by, pick them up.
There's nothing in particular that I think my character wants to do outside of talking with Darius and taking care of Joe. And I guess I could return the fancy clothes. Like if everybody's off doing stuff, I could do that.
Yeah, I would say you could all probably go together if you like. There's not really an inherent. Yeah, you could all go do that together if you'd like. You have many things you can go do. I guess I should have put that in the list.
Because I wasn't invited to go talk to Rosina, so I don't think there's a purpose to me holding on to my fancy outfit, on top of the fact that it would probably be considered tacky if I wore the same outfit to meet her anyway. Rich people don't wear the same outfit twice. That's crazy.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I think that's probably my vote.
Okay.
That's all I can think to do is to wrap up my loose ends. So that's me.
Okay.
Is
Well,
anybody coming to drop off their fancy clothes with me?
maybe.
Everybody died. Your fancy color. He said, hello.
Well, because
I
I'm
was also
thinking I
waiting.
want to. Because Pyre wants to keep it.
So offer to buy it off her if you can. We were just borrowing it on credit because stuff's pretty expensive. But I imagine your collar is a little more reasonable than like a whole dress or tuxedo or whatever. So you could probably offer to buy it. Or I guess you could attempt to just keep it and incur her wrath. I don't know. That's an option.
I was thinking
also-
more like funny performance of. Please let me keep.
So
the
we don't have to
collar."
play out the situation, but if you want to try and convince Scarletta to let you keep the collar,
Yes.
the roll persuasion.
You're doing Puss in Boots eyes, but in your human form.
Yes.
Humanoid. You're not human, but...
What do you mean? I'm so cute with my little antlers.
The way I feel like a 16's not gonna do it.
You know what? I was letting the dice tell the story.
Oh no.
She needs the collar back, or you'll have to buy it.
Shit.
Collar.
I could discern a price if you'd actually like to buy it, because it's not a bad plan.
How much is the collar?
Uh,
Shakes the DM.
Let me look. I have a price list of clothing somewhere. Guys, I have so many lists of random shit in here. It's insane to
You
me.
sure do. You
It's
are so
crazy.
prepared, and we make you use every bit of it. We even make you use stuff you didn't prepare so that you get to make stuff up on the fly, Barnabas.
Yo, the
Barnabas.
fact that nobody recognized Barnabas. Shit was funny.
Was he actually
Fuck.
working? I really hope he was working. Was that the point of the roll?
High
I hope
table,
so.
it was absolutely to see if you remembered Barnabas.
I wasn't there.
You're looking at about for just the collar, you're looking at about 10 gold.
I can do that.
There you go. It's just a
Easy
collar.
class.
It's not a big, obnoxiously fancy dress, you know?
Yeah.
Exactly. Easy. Mine now.
Right. Go ahead and mark fancy collar in your inventory and reduce 10 gold, and I will add in a fancy collar for you later. So, brevity speaking, you have gone to see Scarletta. You have provided your fancy clothing back. Then, yes.
Yes.
Okay. The evening comes then. You pick up Joe. How is Joe? Joe, how you doing, buddy? Joe is...
Did he get banana bread at work today, dude?
He can't even give you a hell yeah. He's still depressed.
Oh, fuck.
But you bring him back. You guys have a good evening, unless you have something specific you'd like to do. The evening will pass without a hitch. I imagine you'll repeat this process of dropping Joe off in the morning.
Of course.
Yeah. You have a meeting with Darius and a meeting with Rosina. Those can both be handled today as well. So,
Like today, or like the new day?
like the new day.
Okay.
Like you went to sleep, you woke up, you dropped off Joe, and now you got shit to do.
So we're still in the same day that we've been playing out just now. So we now
sorry.
have.
I'm sorry. Different day. It'd be next day. I lied to you. I understand the question now.
Okay.
Day 2.
Electric
Day
Boogaloo.
2.
Let's go.
Boop, boop, boop,
The
boop, boop.
dawn of the second day.
I would
Did
say
Haru come to see me?
I would
She's still
say
snubbing me, bro. What a cat. What a cat thing to do, actually. I'm gonna fucking lose it. Anyway.
I'd say you have time to possibly do both your meeting with Rosina and with Darius before session time.
Sounds good to me. Let's go.
Yep. Darius first. We all agree.
Okay. So, Joe is gone for the time being.
Joseph is at worm.
Joseph is at worm.
Me at soup.
All right.
Say me at soup.
Yep.
So as you guys are presumably just waiting for Darius to arrive, you hear that familiar rap, rap, rap at the door.
Come in.
The door opens. Katrina and Darius both enter into the room. Katrina shutting the door and locking it behind. And Darius kind of steps up and he's like, "All right. Good to see you're all alive. Heard you had a bit of a visit from the guards, amongst other situations at the gala."
It was an eventful time. And I heard the man was kidnapped, which is crazy because that wasn't me.
It wasn't you who kidnapped one of the most important men in all of Silver Song.
That's correct. That was not me.
Right, well, was it
And
one of your
surprisingly-
friends?
No, I was surprised to hear about it, and I'm honestly quite disappointed because I left him in one piece. So I don't know what happened there, to be honest. And that I'm assuming his own people like betrayed him. Unless did you do it?
Right. Yeah, let me just take out one of the most important people in all of Silver Song. That will bring down the guard on my head.
Right. So I think we're all under the same umbrella of we don't know what happened there, but that's probably problematic. So
Right, incredibly so. Everything's kind of been put in a weird situation. All the Thornbridge's accounts are a bit frozen. There's lots of rumors going around. Something about a blonde woman leaving his room. Some elf.
Yeah, that sure was me. So I'm gonna be honest with him. For the sake of brevity, I'm just gonna say I tell him what I did very honestly, which was
I put him in a tub.
Yeah, I was able to make it into the room and look around and didn't find much. Found him, tied him up in the tub. Had a session with him where I got information, but he did not see me in any way, shape, or form. He doesn't know what I look like. And then I got his key card, helped myself to some of his stuff. Oh, that's the other thing I have is the map. That's probably something else I shared.
Did also
at
forgot
the
you had
table.
the map. No, it's in the ledger.
I forgot I had the map.
For some reason. But yeah, you have the map.
Ledger?
You have the map of... I put it in the ledger notes for some reason, and I realize that right now.
Okay. Anyway, I would have shared that with the party because that was the third piece of information I got. But I never looked at it, so I myself did not know what was on it until I looked at it. I just took it. But yeah, so I had the map, had the letter that I got off of him directly, and I had the ledger, and I leave all that out for Darius to look at. And then I'm honest about the key card. I'm honest about us going into the dungeon where we killed the snake guy, which I would definitely remember his name.
Yeah. You recap the whole situation. Do you leave anything out? Would be the more eloquent question.
Nope.
Okay.
I decided I was going to be honest with him, so unless somebody stops me, nope.
During all of this, Haru's gonna, because Katrina's still here.
Yeah, she's hanging out.
Haru's gonna kind of like quietly tap. Because, where are my plants?
All right.
The plants.
As I recall, she brought you a bunch of potting in this room, did she not?
Mm-hmm.
No, I kind of shoved the plants on her, and then we chased after Joe.
Oh, that's right.
So, like, I don't know if you want to be like, haha, hee hee, I forgot to go grab those. Let me go grab them and bring them back.
I forgot to go grab those.
Oh. So you really just don't want her to hear any of this, huh?
She just pop. It's a quick little pop in, pop out moment, you know.
We'll say for so that shit's hilarious. We'll say for funnies, maybe after the meeting with Darius, she grab your plants. Unless you want to make it part of this conversation for real.
I wanted to make it part of the conversation because I wanted to show him the plants.
Oh yeah, I put them in some soil, just like you said. They're on the back. I could get them for you.
Yes, please.
Right. Do you need them right now? We're kind of, having a bit of a meeting.
They're part of the meeting.
It's gonna give you a quizzical look.
I swear they're important.
Hey. I'll be right back. Just, leaves.
The way I fully believe that Pyrie fully believes that.
Mm-hmm.
So, as Katrina is gone, and I would say that probably happens during Liari's big exponential explanation. Which would also include the plants, funny enough. I will say Katrina comes back, makes her way back in with 4 sizable planting pots. One of them is they're not pots really, they're just little kegs that have been repurposed. And it's just dirt from outside. It's not a lot of good stuff, but they did do the thing they were supposed to do. They put them in there and they watered them, and it looks about as good as they did when you got them.
Yep. Fantastic. That's totally okay. Harry's gonna be very excited. Scoop all of them up and put them on the table, and just like shoving past everyone, and just like checking on the plants and like everything really quick.
Okay. Everybody kind of, well, Darius and Katrina are gonna be watching in kind of a whoa situation. Right. So, if y'all didn't take Thornbridge, and we didn't take Thornbridge, that means there's a third party in play.
When I was recounting the things that had happened, did he make any sort of acknowledgement or any sort of motion to indicate that he knew who the hot purple lady was? Who made me shit bricks?
Mm-hmm.
The one where I thought I was gonna die, but she made everyone leave the room, and I was like, because she caught me in the bathroom with the guy in the tub.
Right.
Oh,
yeah.
You know,
right.
that lady, the hot
That
purple lady.
I forgot.
Right.
about her.
The purple lady you're talking about is Aradia Duskshade. She's she's the inside person on the council. She's
That explains why she helped me out, because
Right.
that was almost a problem.
She was aware there'd be individuals at the party. I didn't give her your description, but it seems y'all met anyway. To be clear, she's been on the council for a few years, but she's only been working with us a little bit more recently. She has her own reasons, I'm sure. Actually, it's funny. She requested your presence. She has some sort of information to share with you. Not really sure what it is, but if it's relevant, I'm sure she'll let me know. Something about the council and Thornbridge himself, but not about his whereabouts.
Okay, because that's what I was gonna ask, but... Alright, fair enough. I mean, I also obviously have this information on the council as well, and I'm pretty sure her name is not on it, so it's good that she's not double, triple crossing you.
Right, this has all the other council members on it, and all of them came to power in interesting ways. Their predecessors met their ends in very strange circumstances. Right around the time we were working to break away from Stoneguard and make slavery illegal. But he's gonna look over the information pretty thoroughly, and we'll say some time passes and you guys chat for a bit. Alright, so what we're doing right now then is we're gonna be looking into Thornbridge's disappearance on our own. Maybe has something to do with the Black Chain Syndicate here. We're gonna look into this mine listed here. These ledger notes seem to suggest it's in the city, so we'll double down our efforts to find its entrance. Because that sounds a bit like there's a bit of slavery happening here in the mine as well, and that might be where we find a lot of the missing people, perhaps even including, what was his name? Tharnak.
Yep.
I knew the name the whole time. I'm just fucking about.
Me too, huh?
Right. He doesn't have any additional information to share with you as of yet. But now that you have shared your information with him fully, and completely, he can take that information and perhaps learn more things for your little coalition you got going on here.
Right. So I think during the meeting, I would want to ask what he thinks next steps are, because clearly they're trying to find the mines, which I think is a good idea, and probably find like the missing people. I also had a hunch that I would probably share with him that I thought like Tharnak probably was taken, and also probably Thornbridge now as well, unless he was completely taken out, which is an entirely separate problem. Right, but you know, so are we I'm also going to share with him the fact that the guard, the city guard, not the silver guard, but the city guard has us essentially on, it's not quite house arrest, but you know, it's like city arrest / we have a curfew, low key, because we have to go to and from this location every day, I guess, like with a fucking ankle monitor type beat. So I don't know, but I share that with him because we're probably slightly watched at this point.
Right, yeah, that's not good.
I don't know how long it's going to be for. Probably until they find Thornbridge. If you're also finding Thornbridge, I don't know.
Right, we'll have to do another meeting place then. This place is no longer safe.
That's
or perhaps
probably
I'll have
true.
Katrina just run information between the two of us, if she'd be so inclined. And Katrina just nods. Right, next steps would be we do some investigating, and I get back to you with more information regarding our next steps, depending on what your goals are. What is it that if we find any information regarding this Tharnak, or perhaps even the mines, I can inform y'all of their whereabouts. Otherwise, I'll send information over as it becomes available. Seeing as this partnership seems to be quite beneficial to both parties.
I think so. We have the same goal anyhow, which is to end the slavery bracket that's been going on. So yeah, I'd say sharing information moving forward is good, and I'd like to be involved as much as I can. Obviously, my movements are limited at the moment, as with my comrades here, but if there's anything we can do, I know I'm willing to assist.
Right. Oh, right, yeah. We got a bit of payment for you, for your information gathering. A bit extra in there as well, considering you got a whole ledger out. And do you mind if I keep this?
Yeah, go ahead.
Great. He clunks a hell of a bag of what sounds like coins on the table. He also kind of looks over at Pyrie and the plants. He's like, all right, I gotta ask, what is going on with these little pots here?
Finally. Okay, so I found these plants. They were in the greenhouse. They were also growing inside of the mansion. There was a lot of them, but they didn't really look all that great because they weren't being properly taken care of for what they're supposed to be used for. But the ones in the greenhouse were kind of like, they were dying, but there were some good ones, some good leaves. So I stole them while I was a cat, and we potted them so that way we could like, I could take a look at them, and I think you'll find them as interesting as I do.
I'm so interested.
She's gonna like point to each one and explain. Be like, this one is called the Skyleaf Fern. It enhances electrical energy. This one is called the Moon Petal Blossom. Amplifies water-based magics. Sunroot Herb strengthens fire-related enchantments. And Earthshade Moss, this one, bolsters earth and nature magic. So they're doing something, but they aren't taking care of the plants properly. I think they might have been trying to find someone to take care of them, but clearly it has not been going well because everything's dying. Why can't they take care of the plants properly? She's gonna end her little rant.
I love that rant, by the way. This is rough, and I'm so sorry. Alright, yeah, rich people eat salads. It's great. It's wonderful. I prefer meat.
You're not hearing me. These are not meant for consuming in the fashion of for a salad or actual nutrients. They are used for people who use magic and other things to like use in. It could be used in rituals, it could be used for elixirs, it could be used in all kinds of things. But if they are growing these things and they're actually cultivating them properly, assuming that this is just a testing ground, considering there's only a few of them and they weren't being well taken care of anymore, but at one point they were being taken care of, they were being cultivated, all the materials were being gone. So clearly someone's doing something with them. But I can't know that. Or I don't know what they're doing with it. There could be other things, but these were the main plants.
Alright, and he leans over. Not really sure these are useful for anything right now. Alright.
Well, these ones aren't, but the ones that they had could have been.
Were they big and healthy?
The ones that were inside were big and healthy, but they weren't properly taken care of in order for the cultivation, were their actual materials. The ones that were in the greenhouse were at one point taken care of, but they were dying, but they hadn't been taken care of in several weeks. Someone stopped taking care of them, and they've been minimally taken care of since then.
Right, so plants are interesting?
Okay, put a thing in chat. That's Pyre when plants.
He rolled so bad. He rolled so bad. He's just like not interested in the plants, and I want him to be, and he's just like, nah, I'm good. Oh, now he rolls high. Fucking asshole.
He's gonna.
When you go a little feral on him, he's just like, oh, whoa, this is okay, all right.
Just gonna like mildly like shake his arm and just be like, plants.
Aliens. Right, so can you perhaps grow these plants to be the correct size and shape and healthy and whatever it is plants do?
She's gonna have the most manic and insane look on her face and be like, yes.
Alright, I imagine that's what the people say right before you take their horns.
Oh, no, they're dead before that.
Alright, well that's a bit reassuring then.
Usually.
Mads is gonna finally pipe in and say, is it?
Not really, no.
I haven't said a word this whole meeting.
Alright, I couldn't, no, he's short. I can't give you that joke. Damn. He's just gonna look under the table because he when he stands, he's barely over the table, just like Mads. So he like just kind of does a little squat. It's like, all right, hey there. So anyway,
hi Darius.
Do you have any takeaway thoughts on this whole situation there, Mads?
Not particularly, no. But I'm very interested to see where Thornbridge ended up.
Me too. I'll be sure to let you know if anything be happening then. Now, if there's no further ado, I'll be taking me leave. I'll contact you again. Hi.
Yeah, before you go, do you have any tips and tricks on how to potentially get off the guards' radar? Like, how long do you think this is gonna last? Like, what's the best course of action you think at the moment? Because I was planning on laying low, but...
Alright, yeah. Laying low is probably the best idea, at least until this bit blows over. As long as you don't get into any more trouble, they shouldn't give you more than a second glance. It's quite They're pretty lazy overall.
All right.
Right. Everyone have a great day. Pyrie, I'm looking forward to seeing your plants all grown.
He's just gonna very excitedly be just like nodding.
Yippee! The
Right.
plants!
The plants.
Plants!
At which point, Darius gives his adieu and exits. Katrina also gives an adieu, exits. Bap. End scene.
And scene.
Whoa. Crazy.
Crazy. So, lots of conversations to be having with people. It's good stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
I'm always fighting my inner demons on wanting to roleplay them all out versus like hitting the fast forward button for the sake of like
Sanity?
getting stuff done. No, just getting stuff done. Because I will roleplay every interaction.
yeah, I get that. I get that as well. That's why I was kind of like letting some of these not be as long as they could be.
Yeah.
That's fair.
That being said, we are at time for session,
True.
and I'm sure it'll be fun next session to go through the other meeting with Miss Rosina.
That's true.
Mm.
And
Where
then
Mads is
Mads
the
can
star.
decide
Oh,
what
yeah.
information they wish to share with her. Like, do I make another one-for-one copy of the letter? Do I edit some information? Time to think on it. Now's the time.
I'll get back to you.
Yep.
So, next session, you are aware of a meeting with Rosina and picking up Joe from guards. I was going to say guard school, but it's just guards. He's not in school. And then you have a meeting with Aradia.
Ahudia?
Aradia.
Yeah.
Purple
Yeah,
one.
we need to add that to the list of things that are...
Yeah, I'll have to
edits
update
list.
that list, yeah.
edits list. The hot purple lady is coming for me, and I'm not sure how I feel about it.
How do you cross out things in Discord? What's the keys?
It's 2 of the tilde, like the squiggly on either side.
Oh.
You know what I'm
Or
saying?
if you hit edit and like or like highlight something, it should give you like an option.
Yeah, I could do it that way. That would be a smart way to do it, for sure.
Yep.
My old programmer brain came out. There we go. I'll put the other ones in. But that is it for today's session, everybody. I hope you had a good time picking up and breaking Joe.
No, well,
my
I didn't
God.
want that. But he's alive, which is great. The
He
first
is
2 hours of the session is just us emotionally destroying Joe.
On accident.
No.
yeah.
You know what?
Yeah.
We need to have a sit down with Pyrie too.
too.
We need to sit down with Pyrie too and be like, okay, you only wear hats now, and also you gotta stop asking people about the fruit because you're gonna get us all killed. Thanks.
So true.
And
Y'all
Joe,
haven't-
Yeah.
Y'all haven't said shit to Pyrie yet. And
Hold
we've
on.
already gone outside.
We haven't really had a chance.
reminder.
Reminder.
Sit Pyrie down. Tell to wear hat.
To wear hat. So
Stop
you are
with
gonna
the
take his
fruit.
advice. What kind of bullshit is this? You're gonna take it, but then kill him?
Well, yeah, because, listen, that much was obvious. He gave me nothing of any use other than what he said to the literal thief who does, like, covert shit for a living is like, hey, by the way, disguise yourself and stop talking about the thing that they want to capture you for.
Yeah, he's not the brightest
She
bulb.
sure did get annoyed by that when he was threatening her son.
He had nothing to offer. He was just basically like, I'm gonna die either way.
Yeah, he did not give anything of even remote value. He just pissed me off and then said, hey, Captain Obvious. I'm like, okay.
Amazing. Oh, my face hurts, guys.
Mine does too.
Good one. Dude,
Teehee.
the Pyrie thing with the plants, I was Mick losing it. Because I really wanted to know why she thought he would be interested and why he thinks he would be interested, and he was not interested, and she just shook him.
Bro,
She
it
took
was
the
a
snap
nat
and shook
one.
him. The plants!
It was so bad. I was just like, fuck. He has no interest in the plants, but Blaine, I want to talk about the plants.
No, I was like, hello? No, you need to talk about the plants. I went through so much trouble to get these.
Which was crazy, because I was like, bro, the plants.
Oh my
It's the
god.
plants!
What do you call
The
them?
answer's in the plants!
I can't wait till the plants do things. Like, maybe there's something there. It's gonna be so good.
I have plans. I have plans. I have spells. I have things. I'm just saying.
Yeah,
It's gonna
believe
be
that.
very
I wholeheartedly
interesting, huh?
believe that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh goodness. Feels bad.
Oh,
Because even if Joe ends up being stuck with us, I'm gonna feel bad about it.
why is that? 'Cause
It
you
was
broke
different
him?
when he was a sweet baby boy. And now he's like, he's too aware. You know, like when someone becomes educated against their will, like they stop being ignorant to the things around them.
Yes.
And they're forced to look at it for what it is, which is basically what just happened. And like, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, he
Like,
he
he's-
rolled.
I don't even know
rough.
if I can consider him a pet anymore. It's like he's just he's like leveled up to like he's gotta be our son at this point. Because pet
We've
doesn't
adopted
fit.
him. He's ours now.
I
Like,
know.
he's not going
And I
anywhere.
feel really bad about it.
I'm interested.
I feel bad that us adopting him broke him. Like if we had adopted him and he was fine.
Yeah,
Cool.
but then he could have died in like some freaking thing where like we had to fight him. So like, we're just taking
I
care
still
of him.
think he's gonna turn into Santa. I think it's
Yeah.
gonna be what is it, Tim Allen?
Yeah,
And like the Santa Claus, where like you killed him, did not.
and be like, actually,
Put on the
Guys.
suit.
you're the Santa Claus. You put the suit on.
Yeah, you put on the
I-
suit. You're the guy. Like I'm like, oh god.
I'm so happy you didn't forget about that.
Why would I forget?
I don't know. It was a while back, and no, it was last week, but it was a while back.
Yeah, it was so long ago. I think mainly it was the insistence upon not only him putting on the hat, but then us needing to remember that he put on the hat, and that is what caused a chain of events. It is now sticking in my brain that I'm pretty sure he's Santa now. Which might be problematic, because what if he develops a craving for flesh? I don't know. If I have to put Joe down because he turns into Krampus, it's not going to be good for me. My character's mental is going to tank. I don't want to kill my son.
Guys, there's certain things I can't promise. I can't promise that
I
your
know.
characters won't die, and I can't promise that you yourselves, not your characters, won't be traumatized.
What?
The way you have to put like a PSA or like a cannot be held responsible for any trauma you might experience during our campaigns.
For any emotional
fine
or
print.
physical damages that may occur.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You waive any and all whatevers.
Yep.
Oh god.
Yep.
Jesus Christ.
Anyways, it's a fun time, guys. You should sign up. There's a QR code in the bottom left there where you too can sign up to be traumatized by the best DM.
Join us.
So true.
One of us. One of
Big
us. And Mr.
one of
DM,
us.
I'd like to roll to steal your panties.
Yay! Wait,
What do you mean, wait? Well,
not really. Wow, 13.
do I
man.
get a bonus for rolling 3 13s for panties in one session?
You know what? Fuck it. That's unlucky as
What
shit.
was that?
Roll one more time. I'll count it. I think that's entertaining to
That's
me.
so funny.
This brings me joy.
Like, the odds of me doing that were more outrageous than me rolling a single 20.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just by the way.
It gets exponentially higher or like lower chances.
Right. Insanity. Anyway,
All
I
right.
missed.
On that note, thank you for coming to today's session, everybody. I hope you had a great time. Don't forget, we'll be back next Monday for another one of these wonderful sessions. There will be some stuff happening that session that I can't talk about, but it should be interesting.
What does that mean?
I don't know, whatever you want it to mean. But
It means death, destruction, potentially world domination, but we'll find out next time on Dragon Ball Z.
we'll find out next time for sure. We're gonna
Where
go.
all three of us have to roll that. Watch me have to do it twice in a row.
We're gonna do a raid on another wonderful DM. Sub-raid. I can't talk and type things. My brain just cannot do both things at once. It's very funny. But we're
That's
gonna go
funny.
raid another DM. He's a funny guy. Be very entertaining. And then we'll be back next Monday. Yeah, that's all I got. I have nothing left. Sign up the QR code. Yay!
Yay!
Bye.
Yeah. Thanks for coming, everybody. Have a good Monday night.